This show fucking stinks. And the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this March Madness Thursday, March 16th. This sports show starts now.
What?
It is officially 316 Day. Happy 316 Day to all those who observe, and also happy March Madness. That long, grueling, incredibly exciting college basketball season all leads to today. Woo! Congrats to all these student human athletes who are potentially benefiting or not benefiting from the new NIL deals, for going out there and battling to become a champion of something that is heralded as one of the greatest stories in the history of sports. Who will have their one shining moment? I know next to nothing about most of these teams.
That's right.
I do know that the team that I had, practiced with a few times, coached with a little bit, motivated a little bit. I know they got a chance to win this whole thing, Texas. I also know that another team that me and a man who's been on this stage the last few days for the last couple of weeks will be rooting for, that are absolutely tipping off the March Madness tournament this year. The West Virginia Mountaineers got a team, don't they, Pac-Man?
Yeah, they do.
Don't they, Pac-Man?
Do. We about to make a deep run, baby. We're about to make a deep run.
You know what Huggins does?
Yeah, playoff.
Same thing.
What is it? March Madness.
Yeah.
Huggins. That's what we call them.
Yeah, absolutely. We go January, February.
No.
April, May. That's
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, that's what they say, because Huggy Bear gets his team rolling during the tourney.
Okay.
He's a tournament coach. That's what he is. That's why the teams don't always do that great during the season, but then in the tournament, look alive. Who's here? West Virginia's still here. That's because Huggins out there doing his thing. I think they changed the way they go about playing basketball, though. We're not Press Virginia anymore. Do you know the basketball team at all?
I watched the basketball team, and we're not Press Virginia no more. We got a good team, though. And the bracket lines up for us to make a deep run.
Yeah, because second game after we beat this sorry-ass Maryland.
Yeah, they suck.
Sorry about it, Turtles. Get the hell out of here, dude.
Slow.
We got a lot of friends that are Turtle alum. They know what's happening today. Mountaineers taking out the musket, dead turtle. Okay, then we got out.
The biggest game is the second one.
Yeah, we got Bama.
No.
I don't want to talk about the musket or anything.
I don't want to talk about
let's not
either.
Greatest player in the country, they said. Greatest player in the country, they said, which is alarming to us whenever we talk to Reese Davis. I think we all watched that earlier in the week. What we're saying is March Madness is, in our world, a time of year that we love.
That's right.
It is exhilarating anytime you have action from literally the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep on repeat for numerous days. March Madness as a thought, as a concept, the way it's executed and handled is phenomenal. I am a massive fan. I do wish that sports that we are more interested were able to do what March Madness is able to do because of the style of the sport and the way the game is played. But every single year, this is the same thing. We lose all of our fucking money betting on kids that are at schools we don't even know exist.
Yep.
That's what March Madness inevitably is, looking back on it from a financial standpoint. But from an environment, from a vibe standpoint, this is part of This is one of the greatest times of year.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't want to get ahead of myself. Super Bowl Sunday. Fucking relax, dude.
That's the top of the list.
I was starting to think about all that stuff. But March Madness, this is one of the greatest times of the year for sports, even if we don't know anything about shit. That's why we had a March Madness bracket.
Why?
It's our third straight year. $25,000 to the grand prize winner. And if it goes perfect, $100,000. Warren Buffett's giving $1 billion. You just get another $100,000 from us if you're able to win that in a perfect bracket. But it's incredibly difficult to predict what the fuck's going to happen. And I love everything about it. The Talks Table here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. Ty, I know you had a long night last night. So, Connor and one half of the Hammer, Dahn, Cowboys Tone Diggs, you can attest to this. It wasn't until about 15, 20 minutes after the show ended yesterday.
Yeah.
Massive show yesterday.
Was it? Yeah, you can say
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Oh, yeah, that happened.
Whoa. Yeah. And that says that the peak concurrence for 496, 285, but I've seen a lot of photos from people that are 498.
Bro.
So everything's alleged. We don't know what's real, what isn't. Even the same Even the own website is giving two different numbers. That's why you can't trust any number that's out there. Nonetheless, felt like afterwards, looking back on it, everybody was hanging out with us yesterday. Obviously not because of us. We know that. But Aaron, what a dog, dude. What an absolute dog that guy is. He came in, just explained his entire side. This is not the decision. Okay, the decision was made 4 days ago. Okay, sorry, you don't fucking know about it. And we're all sitting there like, whoa, we must have missed it.
Yeah, exactly, right?
We must have missed the decision. We did not know. Then he just says, I intend to play for the Jets. And it almost like stamps everything that we were kind of thinking for a few weeks here and everything that we thought. The only thing that we learned really was that it's the Packers kind of holding this thing up with their trade to the Jets, in which we can reiterate today after the Aaron Rodgers conversation. We can reiterate that, or we would have said this before the Aaron Rodgers conversation. The Packers have no leverage. Okay, everybody says, well, the Jets don't have it either because they're basically on Aaron or nothing. It's like, yeah, the Jets suck. Like, the Jets have sucked. So if Aaron doesn't go there, they still got Zach Wilson. Like, they still got a guy they drafted, and it might not be an incredible year, but the Jets are okay if the deal doesn't go through. The Packers need to fucking move Aaron with the way, and everybody says, like, well, Aaron's giving the Packers all the leverage. Did you hear Mark Murphy say that Aaron Rodgers had a great career here? And do you see him starting for you? Well, he would start for us if everything that we want to happen doesn't happen, pretty much. And then they say it's a Jordan Love era. It's like, you think that gave the Packers any leverage at all?
Nope.
No, the head of the fucking building said it would be our nightmare if this guy's our starter next year. So everybody in the NFL hears that. The Packers are the ones that are currently holding the $59 million cap hit on their roster. Okay, so that's everybody in the NFL knows that as well. They don't want to play him. Aaron could just show up and sit there.
Yeah.
Like, they have no leverage at all in this situation. There's still people saying that they do. They don't. This deal will happen unless the Packers just want to be like bad business people pretty much and let it just wait on to say fuck you to the Jets, or to take a stand and say you're not. Like, everybody knows you have nothing to stand on and you currently have that roster hit still there. But I think what we certainly learned was that Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are no more. In 20 minutes after the show yesterday, and I'm happy Ty got a chance to tell Aaron, publicly.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of people felt the way Ty did. It really hit you, Ty, that, now this was you yesterday, 20 minutes after.
Sad.
Bud Light was already cracked
What?
I saw you going through it, Was this when it really, crept in that there's a 75% chance that we love Jordan Love? There's a chance he stinks. I mean, that is how the NFL goes. There's people that have great games that stink at football. There's a chance he could be the next fucking Hall of Famer, and this could be 3 straight.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot up in the air, though, whenever you talk about transition to a new quarterback. Is that what was all hitting you there, or what really was it that drove you to drink yesterday, you think?
Well, there's certainly a chance that was the moment it happened. If you notice, I may sound a little different, and it is 316 Day in honor of 316 Day and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and try to kind of distract myself from what's going on. Aaron Rodgers stomping a mud hole in my ass and then shooting my brains out with a shotgun yesterday. I'm just going to talk like this until I decide to stop.
Who's right behind you? I think Stone Cold is actually right behind you.
What?
Oh.
What? That's the bottom line.
It's a damn handsome son of a bitch back there. But
is he shirtless underneath that vest, Steve?
Well, I mean, Steve, you want to take this one?
Hell yeah, I am. That's the bottom line.
Okay. All right. Happy 316 Day, obviously, to the boys.
I'm remarkably spot on.
What Zito did?
Zito.
Yeah. He sounds exactly like it.
I mean, Ty's crushing it, but holy shit.
Yeah, I know. And did you see the way he looked? He almost looks exactly like
same body type, same, everything. It's like looking in the mirror.
What?
Yeah,
what I really liked about Zito, too, is you can't see him because he's sitting down at a desk. He has the Rocks shoes on. So he put the Project Rock shoes on here. He has literally the Brahma Bull on the side of the shoes and then the Steve Austin vest. He's just the Attitude Era encapsulated pretty much.
Hell yeah.
Celebrating on this March 16th. Happy 316 Day, Zito.
Dressed as Mark today.
Hell yeah.
Happy 316 Day, Mark. Oh, Marky Zeet. That was incredible. Anyways, back to you, Steve. Yeah, it seemed like you were really going through it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a moment where I kind of recognized, and like you mentioned, last night I really fucking tied one on. Usually don't do that in the middle of the week, I mean, between having whiskey,
What?
beer,
What?
vodka,
What?
tequila,
What?
more whiskey,
What?
more whiskey,
What?
more whiskey,
What?
more whiskey,
What?
and so on and so forth.
That probably actually happened, though.
Yeah, it did. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that because I don't want to lose my voice. But but no, yeah, it was, and it's kind of weird because we talked about it. It's not like I was blindsided by it. It's like as everything was unfolding, you kind of saw where things were going. But it really did, and not even like watching him or everything, but like what I mentioned to him, like basically my entire adult life. I mean, he got drafted when I was like 15. And some of like the best memories I do have growing up were like watching big Packers games with my dad and my brothers. So it is kind of crazy. And then you couple that with like how the season ended last year, and just kind of like they had a chance. They were so bad early on, and then they make that run, and it's like, oh shit, they actually might be able to make the playoffs. And kind of like how what Aaron alluded to is like, hey, if they get in, you never know. Like, yeah, this isn't the best Packers team they've ever had, but like in the back of your head, you were kind of hoping, hey, what if like they could, win the Super Bowl or make a deep run, and then maybe he does decide to retire as a Packer. But I think that is, and like Connor knows this, like that's what really hurts the most is knowing that
what hurts the most
was being so close, and having so much to say.
So close,
but
and watching him walk away.
Exactly. But it's like it's different
straight
than
up out of Green Bay.
It's different than Favre, because in Favre's last season, like he threw a shitload of picks, and you could kind of tell,
Allegedly.
like,
bingo.
Not allegedly, he threw a ton of picks. I watched it. I remember it, and you could kind of tell, like, hey, this isn't the same guy. That really, I mean, yeah,
that's going to get brought up, isn't it?
It might, but
said I threw a ton of picks.
Sitting there in the deposition, you told 14. I mean, that's 13.
Mr. McAfee, can you define a ton of picks?
Okay, I mean, I heard that when it said it. You heard us all go allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
We did. We apologize, but it was a different situation.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Rodgers, yeah, he didn't have his best year last year, but like we just saw him win 2 MVPs, so he's still got a lot left in the tank.
Dude,
and like,
a lot of it feels like, and he said no.
Yeah, exactly. But he does. Like, he's got a massive chip on his shoulder right now, and for a guy that good to be able to like manufacture, I mean, it's the Jordan thing you mentioned. Like, for guys who are that good who don't have it, like, he's so far removed from being in Pac-Man's draft and slipping down. Like, he's accomplished everything you could want to accomplish if you're a quarterback. Like, to be able to manufacture chips on your shoulder when you're already that good, like, that's a scary proposition. And now everything starts. It's like, you said to me after the show yesterday, like, he's going to win a Super Bowl with the Jets next year, isn't he? And it's like, that's immediately where your mind goes. Like, so I'm not even really thinking about the Packers right now. Like, I hope they're good next year. We don't know with Jordan Love, so that's kind of...
We hope.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, I hope he's great. I hope he's the next guy. But like you mentioned, like, there's a chance he's not. Like, that's a very real proposition. But yeah, now everything is just going to like, oh God, like, I'm going to have to, and then the Packers, like, guess what? Probably not getting, I mean, my entire like Sunday and just everything, like a lot of 1 p.m. games, not so many. Like, it was nice. Like, hey, Packers are either going to be on at 4:25. They're going to have Sunday night football. They're going to have Monday night football. Like, that, not a whole lot of that's going on anymore either. So I'm going to be watching the Jets on prime time and him, probably dicing it up. And it's just,
I was watching you go through all of that.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to take the picture, because all those things just start. Oh, what does fall look like? Oh, Sunday, literally the only day I'm like watching other games, gearing up, and then now I'm the game that I'm gonna have to find the channel that the fucking team's on. Oh my God, it's a whole.
And it's a
whole thing.
I was prepared for it, but he hadn't actually said it yet, which is why it's kind of like, oh, maybe you're holding out hope. Maybe he's gonna retire, and then it's just like, no, I want to fucking play for the Jets next year.
Yeah, my decision was made days ago.
Yeah.
I intend on playing for the New York Jets. I can't wait to play for the Jets. I think he said one time. Pack, clear chip on the shoulder there. I mean, clear. I brought it up to him, and I think he was like, no, like kind of downplaying or whatever. That was the Michael Jordan in the restaurant, Utah coach. Like, and that's all I needed. And it's like the Utah coach is like, I didn't even
fucking picked up a tab for you.
I got a drink. Like, what do we even? That's the type of shit that the guys that are at the top. I mean, 14 years at corner, you're another fucking guy that has an incredible ability to do that. But that's a real thing. That's a real trait that a lot of those guys seem to have. And when I'm sure Serena, there's somebody that says something about Serena that keeps her all the way up there. Mia Hamm probably back in the day. Everybody like that. I'm not just saying guys as you get it. I don't want to dive into that.
Right.
No.
But you understand what I'm saying. That's an ability to be able to stack a chip and motivation. And we watched it happen live yesterday on camera. You agree?
I agree, and he broke it all the way down to the guys that drafted him to the guys that's in the building. Just imagine coming to work knowing that you're one of the best to ever play the game and have a guy say that we want to go with another guy.
Yeah.
Only reason we're not going with this guy because you have an MVP year. Walking in the building every day, I got a chip on my shoulder if someone tell me that. Knowing all the accolades that I done built, knowing the program knowing that what I done did for Green Bay, yes, I would be fucking pissed. And in the back of my mind, and I was thinking about this yesterday after we got off of there, I don't really think it was a point in time where he was really thinking about retiring as far as not playing in Green Bay, because I think at the end he want to play somewhere else to show these motherfuckers, because you can tell, like, he got that chip on his shoulder, like, hey, can't wait to come back and show these motherfuckers what I can do.
And I guess, like, that would scare you a little bit if you were the Packers, because his performance, you could probably put that in as a, like, indicator for what else, compensation, draft pick.
Yeah.
Like, if he wins an MVP with you guys.
Yeah, the escalator.
Exactly.
If he wins an MVP, we're going to need another one.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, that's going to have to happen. But I thought about this, too. The Jets, they value their draft picks.
Big time.
Yeah.
They fucking
had
hit
3
home
last
runs on their draft picks. Like
very well.
So trading, draft picks, probably not an easy thing for the Jets to want to do at this exact time. And it's like, I guess the Packers can just hold off because they, feel as if they have. I don't understand this. And I know we're like on Aaron's side clearly in this whole thing because he comes on the program, we're friends of his.
Pro-rock.
We did not know, like AJ did, since last Tuesday.
Last
Tuesday?
Unbelievable
AJ.
toughness.
But
What a friend.
just as a card player, great friend, great loyalty. AJ's a great one to have around, it seems like. But like West Virginia tied 4-4
the game is on?
against Maryland. Yeah, we are. We're up 7-4.
Boom.
Splash City. We're on a team ride on West Virginia. We don't know if everybody got in there. But if you're a card player or in negotiation or business at all, like, you have to think about what the other person's life is if you don't make the deal.
Yeah.
So, like, if we don't make the deal with you, what is your life like? How will you exist? Everybody's looking at the Packers like, you're fucked. You have publicly told everybody that you don't want this $59 million headache, pretty much, for this new chapter you have going on. So I learned a lot about a lot of people's business acumen, the way they were tweeting about that conversation yesterday, acting as if Aaron gave anything up or if the Jets would be mad at Aaron. It's like, no, I don't think the Jets are happy because the heel in this whole thing is the Packers not letting a deal get done and kind of holding 2 programs hostage. Everything that everybody was saying about Aaron Rodgers, for him delaying the deal because he was still trying to figure out whether he wanted to be retired to the Jets, he's holding the Packers and the Jets hostage with their roster, their contract, with free agency. Like, that's what everybody was saying about Aaron.
Yeah.
Now it's like, it feels as if it is the Green Bay Packers
Mark Murphy.
that are potentially doing that. And yet again, I don't understand how they have any leverage, but I guess people can read things differently. And a lot of successful people were saying things. I'm like, I've had a lot of respect for you and your brain. I don't know how this is anywhere near proper anything business-wise that has ever happened before, but we might be wrong. Who knows? We might be wrong. I might be completely
You can't look at it like that. You can't.
Can't look at what?
With clear mind, full heart,
Can't
lose. You can't look at it like that because these people, they still have a vendetta towards Aaron.
No, I saw somebody actually burn their vaccination card.
That's a Jets fan, but big media still has a vendetta towards Aaron.
Oh, so they're saying he's dumb, like what he did. Yeah, this guy's dumb, or
And
whatever.
they will never say that anything, like they'll never say that the Packers don't have leverage because that would be saying that Aaron has an upper hand in anything.
Yeah, I'll hate him forever.
Oh, you're saying some people just feel that way, but he does feel that way. I understand. Like, there's people that hate me. There's people that hate everybody. But I feel like that hippie's just fucking, he's been, pretty consistent on who he is.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron has been pretty consistent on who he is here for the last 3 years. We've been talking to him for basically an hour every week through every season. Same guy. Certainly has the spite,
But you gotta love.
the spite store. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has that. That is what people at the very top have in every sport, every bucket, every business. But also, like, I think he's a deep thinking motherfucker. Like,
for sure.
When he was in that darkness, bro.
Oh yeah.
Just him and his thoughts. What he was saying, he was eating food slow.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you can't see anything.
40
You know,
minutes to
is this too big? Am I going to choke on
This
this?
is him trying to find the toilet. Yeah, it is. Is this the bath? Is that the shitter?
He said it took
What did he say,
40
40
minutes to fill up the bathtub.
For the water to be warm, too.
Yeah, and
So he
then
knew
another 40, to fill it up.
Because I remember saying that he was literally miming, wasn't he? He was. He's like,
Yes.
you have to do this to get to the thing. We're paying to go into a hole. You ain't got to pay for lights. At least give me some fucking hot water.
No kidding.
You know what I mean? What are we?
Well, and the option to go outside for a half hour, like some of his buddies are doing.
You asking him.
You could have went outside.
That sounds like you're going into the hole. But have you ever thought about maybe signing up to do that? To kind of learn more about yourself? Nah, come on.
I don't even think you need nothing to like hallucinate. If you're gonna be in a dark place for that long, I think you would your mind would go different places anyway.
He went 90-10 in there, retirement to playing.
That's wild.
That was an alarming.
Yeah, that's why I'll hate Mark Murphy for the rest of my life. I mean, that motherfucker is the reason why Aaron Rodgers is now going to be in the AFC East.
And you did say that when you prefaced your question about Joe Namath's 12.
Yeah, and I still feel that way strongly. And I think like the worst part looking at it from the outside, not just a Patriots fan, but just from the outside, like when Brady went to Tampa Bay, he had 6 Super Bowls with New England. Like, we're going to see Brady in a New England jersey because of what they accomplished. Rodgers has 1 Super Bowl, and it's just like Peyton Manning in Indianapolis.
Dude.
Like, if he goes to New York. And
You never see his ass in a Colts
never.
jersey.
And Greeny brought
Never.
this up about the Jets.
Good
Like,
point.
you go to New York and you win in New York, you're forever. You are, the king of that city. And when we were talking about earlier, like, hey, the best quarterbacks in the AFC, this would be one of the more impressive Super Bowls of all time, let alone, a guy in his first year who's 40 years old who, went from the NFC to the
39, right?
39.
Yeah,
Jeez
he'll turn
Louise.
40 during the season.
Yeah, so he'll beat 40
40.
during the run. So it really is one of those things where, like, I feel for Ty. Like, this is kind of almost like your nightmare because you got all 3 stages here. It happened to me, and at least I had the, championships before he left. Happened to Ty, happened to you. And you got the one last ride with Big Ben on the end.
That was
Like,
awesome.
we've kind of all been through it with that quarterback.
Cool to have that.
Yeah.
The aging quarterback, he talked about it yesterday. You got an aging face of the franchise.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. Like, he's like writing this is like a movie. It sounds like he's viewing it as this is how he has to understand where they are because he's been there before. A lot of people comparing him to Favre just because he's going to the Jets, I guess, that whole thing.
Yeah, strictly.
Let's hope he doesn't sue us,
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, he's on the right path right now, though.
Well, I think
So-
they weren't happy. They didn't get along at the end either, I believe, was part of it.
Who?
Who did it?
4 in the Packers.
No, yeah, I mean, it was literally the exact same
Mr.
situation.
4 in the Packers.
Yeah, remember, he was like actually trying to get to the Vikings, and the Packers had to work things so that he wouldn't go. So they sent him to the Jets instead,
And then he ended up with the Vikings
Yeah,
anyways.
went to an
Eventually.
NFC championship, yeah.
And then he against the Saints.
Yeah,
And then he had that
through that pick.
back
that
across
pick.
his
Apparently
he farved there.
He did.
Allegedly farved.
Allegedly. That was bound
Jesus Christ.
Allegedly, people were getting
We need to watch it. We are wow. Are we not just getting real close to the sun right now?
It's not our fault that Aaron
That was
decided.
textbook gunslinger. You can say that. You can say that.
He had a hell of a season.
Hey,
I
that
mean,
was the Greg Williams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill the head and the body will die.
How do you feel about that? That was the exact quote.
It was.
Who was recording? Somebody did not like him in there.
No, yeah.
Somebody did not like him in that meeting. They
Which
were
is weird
recording it.
because the players were.
But that's how it was back then.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Because like
That's how it was
What you
back
saying,
then.
Pac?
somebody recorded that though and let that out, like trying to get him.
Yeah.
So that is certainly what took place. That's why he still has a job, I think, because everybody in the NFL is like, come on, we're not talking about actually murdering humans. We're like, hey, we're going to war. People, we're not actually going to war. It is much less than that. This is a motivational speech almost. He said some things, though, that were.
Yeah, he did.
He said he was real aggressive.
He was.
And real loud. And some people have probably never been in.
It was a Mike Bauer speech.
That's what I'm saying. That style of coach.
Yeah.
There's people that maybe have played sports in other sports, and I got dropped into the football world. I mean, I got baptized. Rich Rodriguez and Mike Barwood.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Jace.
right into the football world. Like, holy fuck, things are different over here. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. And I just assumed that's how it was everywhere. So when the Greg Williams things all happened, I'm like, yeah, I mean, certainly can't be just asking for people to get hurt. But also, like, I've heard some terrible things said
Yeah, what's the big idea?
about somebody they're about to go play against. That insider record send out thing, I think was an interesting move for that whole Greg. How do you feel about like the modern athlete, how they got to get coached? Because a lot of these old school guys, right, have had to evolve completely. Can't be anywhere near the same way you used to be. Is that going to help or hurt, you think, future society?
I don't know, man. Society is so soft right now. Any little thing you say or yell at a kid, you're talking to him too hard. We grew up in a different era. You do have to talk to people different. You can't motherfuck them and this and that. Like our era, the kids are not taking that no more. You got to talk with respect. But at a
kids are not taking it. Hey, hey, you got to watch your fucking tone.
Yeah. Right.
That is all.
Hey, who the fuck are you talking to? You know what I mean?
I'm smarter than you are. Yeah, I got this phone. Yeah, please.
Now NIL too.
And the coaching is not like it was when we was growing up. I don't think, Pat. There's a lot of coaches that's coaching. It's what is it called? It's a lot of brother ball going on. Same thing with coaching. A lot of coaches are getting jobs just because of the relationship.
Oh, they're friends, yeah.
Yeah, the network they have. So a lot of that got to do.
That's why I think like Dahn, when I was watching his team meetings, and the way he like talks, I'm like, this guy's like an old school coach.
For sure.
Nobody understands that about Dahn, though. I think like all the old whites don't think like, hey, this is an old school. Like if you were to watch and listen to how this dude coaches, I think everybody on earth is like, yo, need more.
Yeah, unbelievable.
But you'll never hear D cuss though, and he'll never, I would say, degrade a player or talk bad. Now, if you ain't doing your job, he gonna tell you about your job. But D don't even cuss.
No, I know that. But he says, hey, listen, we got no phones in here. Everybody's sitting up straight.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that. When you come in here, it's yes, it's no, it's please, it's thank you. Like that type of stuff, like accountability type shit is, I think, the difference between back in the day versus now. I think people are scared to hold people accountable because if your delivery of holding somebody accountable, like they get offended by it, not only are you not going to reach them and it's not going to affect it, but also there's a chance you get fired.
Yeah.
Like, and everybody like kind of talks about the type of person you are. That's why, like Saban being able to remain successful, Belichick being able to remain successful, Andy Reid being able to remain successful. Like, I think those people we should really hold in high regard because you've been talking to different humans here over generations that are changing, and you have to be able to reach them. To be able to reach all of them.
And you got to have a pedigree. All those guys you just named have an unbelievable pedigree.
Resume.
And when you speak about Dahn, who do not want to listen to Dahn because he's done any football player, any college player, whatever he's telling someone, you're going to look at it like it's God is talking to you because he's done everything.
Actually.
So if he say fucking sit in the front of the room, that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to sit in the front of the room. He say, have your notepad? Shit, have two notepads. You know what I mean? Because he done everything. You look at the video, must be the money. If Dahn told me, hey, go do this, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. It's a real deal, though. Like, that's the thing. You have to have the resume, and I think it's tough for some people, obviously, to be able to adjust to that with no resume. You'll see people go into a new place, and I keep doing this for resume because that is what it is, basically. It just follows you around. If you have a winning resume, everybody automatically goes like, oh, this motherfucker knows. If you have not proven a single thing, and you're an asshole or you're trying to do something, like it'll work for a few weeks, but if it's not winning, nobody's taking you serious, and your ass is gone. That's why Dahn kind of new to the coaching game, but his resume, I don't know, one of the greatest football players of all time, and could have been one of the greatest baseball players of all time if I wanted to be. And I could be the greatest preacher on earth if I wanted to be. Like everything that he wants to do, he could probably be one of the greatest of all time. What a weapon that is. That's why I have no idea. No offense, Colorado. It's a beautiful place. Got to play up there. Hit an upright. Bombed the ball, though. I mean, a very thin air. It was beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Drove past, I think, the Coors plant, which is up there.
What?
It is gorgeous. Their football team is god-awful. Has been for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay? They beat us.
Since Cordell.
But they've been awful. How is he not at West Virginia? Remember, we asked him. We said, why don't you go coach at West Virginia? He said, that would never happened. I'm like, well,
why?
What's that all about? I thought we had and he said, I got to go to a place that lets me be me completely, entirely. I'm like, West Virginia. He said you couldn't. Like, what? And then there's probably some other places that probably were like, nope, can't do it. And Colorado's like, man, we've sucked since Cordell Stewart, bro.
For so long.
Anything you're thinking, is better than whatever we figured out for the last 20 years. You can do your thing. I don't know why more people wouldn't want that, and I think it's all because people don't actually pay attention to the type of coach he is. It's just always what they think he potentially is if they don't know him. And I think like he's going to fucking take over. Not take over because Kirby Smart, absolute dog.
Right.
We've heard his speech before. Whether that was for the national championship or not for the national championship, the way he speaks and the way his team responds to him, he's a fucking dog, that guy is. But I think Deion has a chance to really climb, and I do believe it's because the performance you get from people when you hold them accountable is so much higher, and a lot of people don't hold people accountable, especially in that position, because they don't feel like they can. And that's another trait that is a weapon.
Well, especially at this time, like the Pac-12 is in a state of flux. Like, you know, USC is going to be out of there. Like the Pac-12 is going to be up for grabs. And I think when you look at Deion too, it's like the amount of like he sets the record straight when guys are coming in. You know what I mean? It's not like, especially in this era where you're kissing someone's ass to recruit them, to bring them in, you know, and then the guy gets there and you're a dickhead and you're going crazy, and it's like, well, this isn't the guy. Like Deion from the get-go, when he first got there, from his first like he set the record straight right away. Like, hey, these are the expectations. Like, I'm making no bones about it. You know exactly what you're getting from me. And I think, you know, for kids now, like you said, I mean, it's fucking Deion Sanders. Like, this isn't some slapdick who, you know, has no resume.
And he getting them paid.
Yeah.
Well,
come on, it's good business.
Yeah,
good business.
And he getting them paid.
Yeah,
like you're going through it right now with Junior, right? So like, is that someone who you're saying like, yeah, obviously you make your decision, but like go look at Colorado at least and see like what kind of atmosphere that is?
And follow up, how'd you feel about him? He said it on our show, and then he said it on Rich Eisen, and people got all pissed off about like, hey, when I'm recruiting a quarterback, he's not saying that's the right thing. He's saying this is how I do it. I just want to let you know I'm Deion Sanders. I've had a lot of success. This is how I do it. A lot of people got pissed off at him for saying that he wants his quarterback to come from full family.
Yeah, two-parent household.
He said he wants, on our show, he said rush end for a defensive end or a pass rusher. Yeah. I'm going to the trailer park or I'm going to the projects. He said, I want a hungry guy. That is who I want in there. And he got killed for that. You know, do you think that's going to affect anything going forward? And back to Connor's point, do you think that is a place that you would obviously send to just go check out and see if Deion wants a kid?
Well, first of all, Junior, I'm talking about Lil Chris, he's a freshman.
Yeah.
He dating right now. Like he just texted me now. Arkansas just offered him.
That a baby? Hey, let's go.
Damn.
That's Slim Jr.
Yeah, Chris Henry Jr. He just texted me. Arkansas just offered him, but he already.
He's a what? How old?
Freshman, 15.
Already getting it.
What SEC offer?
What position?
6'5" wide receiver.
Freshman?
Yeah.
6'5".
He's slow too, huh? Real slow.
He just running 4.4, 4.49, 4.5 flat.
Damn.
This is what people need to know.
Yeah.
That kid is just chilling in Ohio right now. There's some kid in Pittsburgh that every morning trying his best.
Oh, he working.
Bro, I hate to break it to you. There's a guy who's working his ass off, has somebody to tell him exactly what to do, and he's how tall?
He's 6'5" and a half right now.
And runs a 4.4 right now.
Yeah.
That's
going to be tough.
He's 15 years old.
That's going to be tough.
15 years old. There's a reason why he's the number one player in the country. But to your point first, Connor, of course, I would entertain anything that Deion has going on because that's like a dad to me. Yeah. That's first and foremost. Second of all, what he's doing for the youth and the kids, I don't see too many coaches doing. Saban is doing a good job down in Alabama. Those guys are maximizing everything about being in college. It's a couple more schools that's out there that's maximizing all the opportunities that come with it too. So definitely would entertain Colorado. To your point, Pat, do I think what Deion said about the prototype that he like? I don't think it affects nothing that he got going on. That's why Colorado is the number one recruiting class of 2023 because that doesn't matter.
What was that? That was transfer recruit? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Transfer recruit?
And then he flipped a couple 5-star guys as well.
He said, all we got to do is get him. It's not that cold. That was the big thing he was selling. It's not that cold. And then he was on Instagram. He had a hoodie and a fur jacket on.
Yeah.
I think he's like, it's not that cold. I'm like, Deion, he's going to be cold as fuck up there.
You see the clip yesterday? He's walking through a weight room with his, puffy jacket on, and some dude has white socks on. He goes, "Get out." You got the wrong socks.
Drop the weights, white socks. Get out of here.
Get out.
Me personally, I never thought he would have went there because of how cold it is. He hate the cold. And he must, but he loved coaching. So sometimes you got to deal with what you got to deal with.
I didn't know if that was a recruiting pitch. It's not that cold, but it sounds like that's him telling himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not that cold.
Yeah.
It's not that cold. Fuck.
It's cold.
I'll put a hoodie on. All right. And
Yeah.
I'll leave this thing open.
Yeah.
It's not that cold.
kinda
He's telling
pretty,
himself
actually.
that, the whole thing. But they say the views out there are
Oh, beautiful.
spectacular.
We got to go, man. We got to go before it stops snowing.
You want to go wild snowing?
Yeah,
Because that's
so
what
we can ride the snowmobile.
Snowmobiles.
When y'all
You ever
wanna
do
go?
that?
No, I've never done it.
I've never gone snowmobiling either. I've gone four-wheeling side by side. I have a dirt bike, don't know how to start it.
Jet ski.
What?
I've done jet skis. I've done everything. I've never done snowmobile. I've heard it is
A lot of fun.
It's
good
awesome.
time. They say it's awesome. You've done it before up there in Michigan?
Oh yeah, all the time. It's the best time. It's just like a jet ski, but you're on snow. It's amazing.
What do you have? You have like a 2-month period to do? I guess some of those places real cold. That's like 3-4 months.
Yeah, like 3 months in Michigan, probably. You're good.
So that's almost better than, like in Pittsburgh, it gets cold, but it doesn't get cold enough growing up for us to hop on a snowmobile. Like we didn't have enough
not enough
space
snow.
Snow
and
doesn't
or
last.
chill to do it. So you're kind of stuck in that period of like just slush and shit. It would have been nice to be in a snowmobile cold area, I think. I think that would have been a good time.
Well, it's so hilly in
We
Pittsburgh.
got to do it.
That would have been crazy.
I just want to get, the glasses,
Hey, I remember.
outfit.
Yeah.
You smell me.
Yeah.
You look good. You might ride good.
Hey, pretty sick fit today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
this one's good. You really do. He had some other shit too. I don't know if you saw he brought in.
I know. I'm kind of bummed he's not wearing it right now.
Yeah,
I
me
guess-
too. What the fuck? He walks in, we see the
Holy
shit.
That's what you were talking about yesterday.
Then I go into my office. I come back out. He's changed. I don't see the thing that we saw.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that must be like live for Showtime. Don't want to get anybody too early on a peek-see.
Bingo.
And then bang, it's not here. It's like maybe next time.
Oh.
Maybe next time
weird.
you looked at that thing and kept. You look super cool. If I do recall, you are a very prolific four-wheeler.
Yeah, I ride four-wheelers.
Prolific though, like
Really good.
Yeah. Really, really, really good. Right? How long you been
I'm
riding
a
those?
Banshee guy. Probably about 15 years.
How old are you right now?
Almost 40.
Hey, congratulations.
Hell yeah. Go.
Probably still play safety, but we did see something today.
Yeah, I don't know if you could still play
Oh, my
safety
gosh.
just because, I happened to catch a pass against
It
him.
wasn't a
You
moss.
did?
Whoa.
It was
I-
not a moss.
I did.
You
It wasn't
caught
a
a
moss.
pass.
I caught a pass basically in his face. I had
It wasn't a moss.
I had to reach over him a little and snag it out of his hand.
Oh, I didn't see it. I don't think. Do we have a video?
Nah,
Sending right now.
Okay,
Oh,
I
okay.
think we have. Is there a video? You said you want.
I
What happened?
think- So
You
basically,
lost them?
what happened was I was like, "Hey, Diggs, here's the sheet for the show today. Like, if you want." And then I yawned. I was like, "Oh man, I'm a little tired." And then I see a football. I said, "Hey, Bruce, fucking toss me that football." And then
You said it out loud?
I said it out loud.
Yeah.
Pac-Man's got no idea. I get in his face.
Dude,
and catch
awareness
this
at
ball.
0 for Pack is what you're saying?
This is not a moss.
Out to lunch over there,
Oh, shit.
man.
Look at that. Look at
Foxy
that.
just had to be.
It kind of goes over your. Oh. He's a couple feet behind you, obviously, so he flew through the sky there.
No, right there. See, I reach in front of his face. Bah! Got it. Right there. Boom! In front of his face.
Ah, man, that's tough. That's a tough morning for you. Pack, it's 316 day.
Pack
Things
had
aren't
the
supposed
same
to go
way.
like that.
Tough
What
morning.
happened, man?
All right, I'm going to be swiping shit from now on now.
Yeah, he was jumpy before. Diggs was just throwing something out the trash can, and Pac-Man all of a sudden flinched and almost.
Oh, don't. Okay, so now that it's 1-1,
Yeah.
we'll stop it.
No.
Well,
We don't need him jumpy around the office.
No. We
That's
got
fine.
to. We somebody got to win.
No, 1-1. This is
No,
perfect.
somebody got to win.
Someone's got to
maybe
win.
we make a window. Maybe it's like 11 to 12.
I don't think you want that. 11-12. He'll probably have
Yeah.
gloves on.
I mean, shit. That was 11:30. I think that's when I lock in because he's checking everything, making sure he's got the sheet down.
Yeah, so you're saying like 11:55. You're
Boom.
probably coming
Hey,
in.
Pac-Man, what's that? Boom.
That's
2-1.
the only time you can get me when I'm doing my work.
Hey, we
Exactly.
appreciate you doing that work. I don't want that to ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
good
a
point.
good
He
Yeah,
was
we need to
plugged
do
in.
work.
We'll just call it even.
Yeah,
No,
so
no.
quality even.
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
no.
Yep, boys, can't do it anymore.
Uh-huh.
1-1. Hell of a run.
No.
How about Connor calling that a moss?
What do you mean?
He's 4 feet behind.
I'm tired of fucking losing to Connor, bro. The game is not over with.
Well,
It
no,
did
we're tied.
happen, though, yeah.
Yeah, that one's we're tied in the football catch. Don't worry.
No.
All is
Yeah.
good, bro. Don't worry about it.
Everyone wins.
Hey, everybody's proud of you, Pac. Everybody saw that middle finger go
That was crazy.
and then just bat that thing out of there. We'll probably take some phone calls today if I had to guess at some point because we're watching March Madness. West Virginia slaughtering the Turtles. 16-4 right now. Quick
Country
math.
road!
Take me home, country road.
Huggy's been coaching for
41st season as a head coach. Bob Huggins. They just put that stat up.
Maryland has not been able to handle the pressure of the fucking Huggy Bears.
Well, this is what Huggins does, dude. During the tournament, he fucks people up. That's legitimately what happens.
Pressure.
That's right.
That's how he plays.
Lights out defense. Right there.
Let's go.
What?
Pat, we're way bigger this year. I think that's why we're not pressed West Virginia no more.
Because the guys can't make it, can't survive. Hey, we're too big to be doing up and down the court every single
we
time.
big.
Half court
we
full press,
6'3" point guards. We big team.
Damn.
Huggins always going to have great defense. Okay, I listened to him speak. I think the first year he was hired was when I was in school. I think he spoke at the football banquet, and I think
because you had the dude who was with Michigan when they made their run.
John Beeline.
Boom.
They just fucking launched.
Beeline was a buzz
Whoa.
where at Michigan.
Whoa.
everywhere.
Whoa.
He's not happy he left. He's
did
not
go.
happy he
No,
left.
he's
Right
not.
there. That sounds like he's not happy about it all.
He went to
Beeline
Cleveland.
tried to make me and Slim cut our hair to play basketball.
Oh, because you were supposed to play at West Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an offer. Mr. Basketball of Georgia or Atlanta?
Georgia.
I didn't know if they had it in Atlanta. I assume there is.
Yeah.
Atlanta tip-off club, that was.
But you were supposed to go to West Virginia to play
Both
football
sports.
and basketball.
Yeah.
And then you get there, hey, hair, we don't do it.
No.
That's what was said?
Yeah.
And you and Chris Henry said, well, we don't play basketball anymore.
Right.
Okay. Hey, I don't love that at all. Beeline, I think he had the guys, they were just hucking up.
Oh, yeah.
They were just shooting threes. And we'd always go, and then once we got cold, we lose.
It was over.
We all knew that. We knew, like, all right, we're hot right now. We always got hot at the right time, and then until we didn't. But those teams were a blast. Huggins, though, came and gave a speech about some of the, like, veteran players that are on the basketball team. This is the football banquet, so it's basically everybody at West Virginia. All the high-up money people were there, everything like that. Huggins gives his speech. He says a couple of people's names. I forget exactly who they were at the time. I don't know if it was my class or the class behind me. But he said, like, this guy's name, and, like, I think he was well-liked by the thing. He was like, he doesn't know how to play defense, though, so we'll figure that out. And then he said, like, this guy, we like this guy. And he said, he can't bend his knees. He doesn't know how to play defense. We'll get that figured out. It was like, oh, this entire speech is about how our team, we're a grimy team.
About to work.
Like, we're going to play defense. So I think that is the thing in the tournament. Like, what they are very good at is defense all year. They work defense. And then in tournament, when other people get a little tired or maybe they're not ready for it, it's like the defense normally wins with Huggins and fucks the other teams over. Now, that was with Press Virginia. Now I'd say we're doing half. But nonetheless, it appears as if we are not allowing the other team to score.
Hell yeah.
And we are scoring. Yeah, there it is. Another steal. I mean, just on cue.
Huggins is also good of preparation because, like, when we playing during the season, you play against these guys 2-3 times. In the tournament, you only have a couple of days to get ready to play. You know what I mean? You got to go with what you're gonna go with. I think he does a great job of giving the teams different looks in tournament time.
Yeah, he talked about it too. I think on here with you about like how much it means to West Virginia. Like, didn't they take, was it the regional trophy around from town to town?
Oh yeah, they went on tour with it.
Yeah, and like everybody came out and was obviously loving seeing it.
Yeah, the state of West Virginia is one that obviously has great people inside of it. But there's a lot of things that are happening in the world that we're currently in that are definitely affecting West Virginia employment, everything like that. And it's a passionate state. I mean, I felt both the good and the bad of it, but I respect them all, Oh,
come on.
Oh, Russ, let them play.
Come on.
Let them play.
Madness, though. First game of the tournament, like, they can't let one of these teams just blow them out. Like, they're going to they're not going to swallow their whistles till the second half. And we want to make sure this thing is as tight as possible going into halftime.
Yeah, they had 8 points for the first 10 minutes of this or whatever. Like, we got to.
Let's get the Turtles
here we
some
go.
points.
All right.
We can't have this
Let's
be
get fucking West Virginia. Let's get them into the bonus here. Let's let Maryland shoot some free throws, and let's tighten this thing up.
It cannot be 23-10 at half.
No, it cannot.
That is not madness.
That's a problem.
Okay? That is monotony.
And that's what we're looking like with Virginia. It's 10-3 Virginia early.
Well, Virginia is a team who...
Hold on. Reese told me that Furman can put up numbers, didn't he?
He did say that.
Virginia has that lockdown defense.
That pack
every
line
year.
defense.
I picked them in the bracket because
Virginia.
of what
Furman?
Reese. I thought of Reese.
Furman.
Reese said, Furman can put the ball in the basket. That matters.
Me too.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
That's the issue, too, though, is every single year, it seems like when you're going through and filling out your bracket, you look at every 13 versus 4 game and every 12 versus 5 game. You're like, well, actually, I like the 13 and the 12 here, and it's just practical. Like
you did a bracket today, right?
Yeah, I definitely didn't pick freaking Furman to beat.
Oh yeah, don't you ever swear?
You ever
Watch
say
your
fucking
mouth.
again?
I am so disgusted. First you get
What?
First you get mossed by
yeah,
Connor.
bad.
Then you swear on the
Say
program.
fucking.
This is unbelievable. Watch yourself.
What the hell is that?
Let's go to the 5 Energy phone line. Let's go to Eric in Washington. Eric, what's going on, pal? Is that DC or the state?
It's the state. I went to high school with Jason Hansen, the field goal kicker.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
what?
Jason Hansen?
I lost to break his leg on the field.
Okay, hell no.
Jeez.
You took that thing sideways real quick. Eric, what do you want to talk about, brother?
I just want to say go Zags, and you guys are dogs.
Okay, go Zags, Gonzaga.
Yeah.
That's Pacific Northwest.
Oh yeah.
Baby, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spokane.
What do they got? They got that kid still that does the thing with the thing with the thing?
Yes, they do.
He's a dog. Drew Timmy is his name,
There
right?
it
Do you know
is.
this guy?
Yeah.
He's a big white that moves.
They kind of stink this year, I thought, because they're not a 1 seed.
Well, yeah.
Well, that is how we view him.
Yeah, it's like they either go undefeated or they stink.
A lot of people, though, saying that it's actually like a big plus for them that they're not a 1 seed because they don't have this enormous weight on their shoulders. They're a 3 seed, so they can just kind of go out, play a little bit more relaxed.
Just beat the
Maybe they
Zags.
just beat the Zags. Maybe they do make a deep run.
Yeah, but the pressure's still there because you're Gonzaga. You have a first round exit.
Yeah, and Chet Holmgren isn't there.
I don't know if players have any weight off their chest at all because they can't be the Gonzaga team that stinks the most.
Yeah, but
That's
I mean,
a lot of.
If you're going in undefeated and you're the number 1 overall seed, and then you're fucking squeaking by in the first round as opposed
gotcha.
to
As the
you know,
player, you think they think about it?
well, like Timmy, I mean, he's been around. He's been on teams that have choked in multiple years, like when they were supposed to.
They were undefeated though, right?
They were.
Well, they've never won.
Which is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, the expectations of this team might be a little bit lower, but in the overall conversation, I think Gonzaga players will say, "Oh, your team is first round exit." That's what I think they think about. What do you think? You think so? That's why you asked that question?
I'm saying I've been on good teams, but I've never. The game is the game to me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Same pressures.
What about you?
No, yeah. It was me and the ball.
Right.
Yeah. 1 o'clock game,
1
week
o'clock game.
4. I could feel a little like if I'm not hitting the ball as well, I feel more like anxious, I guess,
like tensed up
for the game. Then it doesn't matter when. It's just my relationship with the ball the day that I'm out there, if that makes sense.
I guess my relationship with the game, I would say. Like every game is.
Yeah, am I feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've talked about how like more so on corners, like that is such an individual. Like it's not you're not really relying on anybody but yourself. Like with Pat, obviously it's a snap and hold for Vinny sometimes. Like, it's
But
really,
other than that, it's just me and the ball.
Yeah.
And you, it's
Right.
just you
and
and
me and this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Some days you feel a little slower.
yeah, but that doesn't tweak my approach to the game.
Got it.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
How many days you feel slower?
I didn't start feeling slow till like my last year playing.
And did it affect anything?
Yeah. It affected
Like the actual being slower,
The
or-
way I played, yeah, it affected because I would press bail more like my last year than I would. I'd never press bail really.
Oh, so you had to kind of learn how to do that?
Yeah,
You're just out on the line, and then you're just
You're
sprinting
here?
back.
not really sprint back. It's to
Instead
a
of
pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I got to still be able to touch you. When you stop, I need to be able to stop. It's just I'm getting a little bit of a head start.
Yeah.
So in your prime, there was never a day where you're like, ooh, don't feel as
Oh, no.
explosive today.
Nah.
Every day was a good day.
Yeah.
That would be, how awesome would that be?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
There'd be days where I'd show up at a stadium and I hit the first ball and I'm like, well, that ball's not going as far as they usually go. What a
But I've
bad
never-
day to have one of these days.
I've never pulled up to the stadium, even in practice, be like, oh man, I feel slow today.
What a monster mental game you've played for so long. Look at you, dog. You're a dog, dude.
He's confused that people
The
think
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm fucking. What do you?
Dude, I was driving in today.
Naturally fast.
I was driving in today and I said, I don't think I have it for pickleball today.
Yeah, there's a thought of that. Like, for instance, a little bit more sore. Oh, this is a little tight.
And then I watched Pat and Foxy play and I actually looked at Bill and I said, I don't know.
Yeah, you almost tapped out before the game even started.
I said, I don't know. But I'm also a loser and Pac's a winner, so.
Well, there's certainly a difference in mentality between you and Adam Pac-Man Jones. I would assume that is an accurate assessment. Don't call yourself a loser, though. You had a great performance.
Not a loser, Tony.
Yeah, you went through it. You fought through the mental battles today.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey, that's good inspiration for others.
Boy, Tone.
Tony didn't want to do it today. Still did it.
That's right.
How about that? You can do it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So even when you're sore or whatever, you still believe, I'm fast, I'm good, everything's okay. You don't think to yourself like, maybe not as quick this way, so I might want to do this little, nothing like that. Is that just I don't want to say confidence, but the confidence of a corner?
But when you soar, does that make you slower, or are you just in more pain?
So I always assumed it made me slower.
Yeah, damn, that's quite a question.
So it doesn't make you slower, you don't think?
No, you're just in more pain.
Man, that's awesome. So you just, still 4.28. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he ran a 4.28.
Yeah, that's right.
What are we even thinking?
Yeah, and I caught a pass on him.
Congrats, Connor.
What a good day.
Well done, Connor.
It's 316 day. We can celebrate it every year.
Pack, that's tough, dude.
Like a holiday.
Think about that now. You're almost 40. That guy.
I'm entering my prime, it feels like.
Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Ryan in Jacksonville on the 500 phone line. Ryan, what's going on, pal?
Oh, not much, man, not much.
The fuck, Ryan? Hold on, dude. Hold on. I just saw it's 21-18 with Maryland at the line. What the hell is going on?
Well, 13-2 run.
Come on, this is the madness.
Take a peep how many fouls West Virginia has.
9, bro.
Well, they're pressing hard.
They are.
Yeah, we play defense.
Maryland's pressing.
They're calling it tight. Jeez Louise.
That's right where they want.
We'll be all right.
Three-quarter court trap.
All we did was sing Take Me Home because that's what we're asking them to do on this team bet. Hey, take us home, country road. That's what we were thinking. And then ever since that moment, these refs have said no. Oh, no.
They're greasing the rims.
That's unbelievable. They probably tightened them during the commercial
what
break.
What the hell?
Sorry, Ryan, what do you want to talk about, pal?
I want to know why your Indianapolis Colts haven't gone out and got Lamar yet. Like, what's the holdup?
Are you a Colts fan, Ryan? Are you a Colts fan?
Clown Town all day.
A lot of questions about what the fuck the Colts are doing. We paid a kicker the most in the history of free agency.
Congrats.
And you're bringing in your quarterback of the future today, Gardner Minshew. I
have heard that the Colts cut Matt Ryan yesterday. Still have to pay him $13 or $12 million. I forget what the number is. That his agent got guaranteed post-trade from Atlanta to Indianapolis.
Dog.
So his contract was massive. Nobody thought they were going to be able to trade his contract. And then when he got traded to the Colts, and the Colts picked up his contract, his agent said, you're going to have to give us a little something, don't you think? Like that money's all. So boom, an extra $12 million guaranteed regardless. So we owe him that. And we're on our way. Now we got the number 4 overall pick. And hey, congratulations, Matt Ryan, on a hell of a year up here.
Matty. Love you, Matt.
We got to meet him. He was a good guy.
Great guy. Yeah. Great guy.
On this 316 day, it is perfect time to talk about how great of a guy Matt Ryan is.
Great guy.
He brought us Steve Weisers.
What?
When he came into the office to do the interview with us, he was a gentleman. He was very nice to us, but it did not work.
It didn't.
With the Indianapolis Colts at all.
No. His line absolutely stunk. So, it's not all on him, but he did fumble like 56 times this year. So you could, maybe point to that.
Well, that's because Nick, as soon as he saw him, he goes, that guy's real thin.
Very frail.
That guy's real thin. I'm like,
Called it.
Jeez, come on. Everybody needs to relax. That's how he's always been. This guy's durable. And then you start seeing the shots. There's no way he thought he was going to be taking the shots that he took.
Absolutely
took some
not.
shots.
That's
Tough son of a bitch.
A lot of
Remember that Denver game?
Dude, he kept getting up, though, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a dog.
Jogging off the field. It's like, this guy, paint on, just getting fucking slaughtered, fumbling every time he got hit.
Yep.
It was like, this dude's, I understand what's. So it didn't work out the way Matt Ryan probably envisioned it whenever he decided to open up the trade market to the Indianapolis Colts. We were a quarterback away. There was high hopes. Now we owe him more money, and he is gone. Gardner Minshew, though, allegedly signing to the Indianapolis Colts because he had been with Shane Steichen for the last few years in Philadelphia, knows the system, will be able to help out whoever. And if we need Minshew Mania to run wild, brother, it can happen.
Yeah.
So I don't mind this signing at all. I'm excited to see what young quarterback we end up with. I seen Anthony Richardson today on his IG story say that he's truck driving, Harley riding. It was a song.
Oh,
that's awesome.
And he had the captions on the video. So, it's just a picture of him in cowboy boots walking through a thing. And then at one point, the image was, I'm a truck driving, Harley riding son of a bitch or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was like, dude, I fucking love
Get me this guy.
Yeah.
I love this man. And then you just start hearing all the rumors. And it's like, well, the Carolina Panthers allegedly love Anthony Richardson.
Yes.
And Carolina Panthers now have 3 veteran quarterbacks that'll be in the room with Anthony Richardson basically every fucking day. Frank Reich, Josh McCown, Andy Dalton. 75 years worth of fucking NFL quarterback experience will be in the room with whatever quarterback it is. How do you feel about the fit with Anthony Richardson as an NFL player? And have you really looked into any of his film, Pac-Man?
Yeah, I have. Is that who you want?
We're at 4. So, like, C.J. Stroud's a dog.
Right.
Like, I love C.J. Stroud. I think he's going to be a great NFL quarterback.
Young going.
Like, I think he's good. Bryce Young, I think people love. 5'10", I don't know how much I love it. But everybody says he's incredibly talented. I think at 4, I don't know if any of those guys are going to be available. So it's like Will Levis was in the conversation, then he wasn't in the conversation. At all during Combine Week. Anthony Richardson, though, still in conversation, it feels like. And it's at 4, almost reality of it. What are your thoughts on Anthony Richardson, and how do you think he's going to fare in the NFL, in men's league?
I think he can. I think he's a decent quarterback. He can throw the ball. The question is, will he be ready day one? I don't think he'll be ready to start in the NFL.
How come? You just don't think he'll be able to handle all of the shit that it would be, or you think it would be a bad idea to put him out there day one because he might not do well and it might kill his confidence? Why do you think not be able to start day one? Because there'll be people out there that just have 4 plays.
Yeah.
Just get him some action. You know what I mean? Like, explain that a little bit more and why that could potentially be a bad idea day one.
I just don't think he should be thrown in the fire right now because the coach, first of all, the coach got to spend some more money and fix the front line.
Colts, Panthers might. I mean, allegedly they might take him as well in 1 overall.
Oh, I was speaking of your team, but
okay,
if Panthers take him, I think that's a great idea. He got a whole bunch of guys in the locker room with him that he can take a little bit from each one of them, even Andy, and you can strategically plan on him starting week 7, I would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you can fill out the season or how the season going. If it's going good, you know what I mean? Is it going bad? The better the season going, the later you can drop him in the mix. But eventually we know he's got to play.
So Andy Dalton could technically just be starter down there with the intentions like, hey, you're playing 6-7 weeks. Whenever we get our bye week, probably going to be when we move to him. But what we need, we'll have a package for him every game. He'll get action. He'll be in the game, and then he'll watch you operate the offense and in the building. It's like, it feels like a perfect setup almost for him if you think he has the ability to be an NFL quarterback at some point, which you do.
Yes, I do. He did the same things for Fields. To me, Justin Fields is going to be one of the best quarterbacks that come out of his draft.
Okay.
That's what I think. That come out of his draft. But yeah, he did it for Fields. Fields started off kind of rocky, but he played really good on the back end of the season.
Yeah.
And Andy started that off. That year off.
To that point there, do you think because
is Anthony Richardson going number 1 overall?
I think he's going to be there at 3, and because it feels like Bryce.
Who's going 1 overall?
Stroud, and then Bryce, and then
Stroud's so good, dude.
He's very good,
and
Stroud's a heavy favorite.
I mean,
right
he's prototypical size and everything too. So like, if it is between him and Bryce Young, and it's kind of a toss up, it's like, all right, well, let's take the guy who's 6'4", 230.
College football semifinal.
Bryce Young might fall down to 4 though.
All right, well, it's all.
But yeah, it feels like Houston's going to take him.
How do you feel about that fight? I'm scared. Hey,
You don't want Bryce Young?
Bryce, I heard you're a dog. I heard you're awesome, incredible at football. I've always
He's small, man. I said he's small. He's small.
Very smart, though.
Very small.
Incredible at football.
Very smart. Daniel Jeremiah.
Man, but you got to think about these boys live.
Think about the Dolphins, okay? Think about the Dolphins.
Bingo.
What they were and then what they became, right? You're staring that down potentially. Not that anybody can get hurt, okay? 6'5" guys get hurt.
Right.
6'2" guys get hurt.
Sure.
Everybody gets hurt. I completely understand that. But I feel like you're really rolling the dice at that position, most specifically. Because if you watch one of those football games, these hits these quarterbacks take, and I think it's just because we were on the field pretty much for those Colts games, and we were watching Matt Ryan take these shots, and then you just like think of yourself taking that shot, what all would happen to you if you were to take that. And then quarterbacks are just supposed to scrape themselves up, jog to the sideline, hey, get the fuck back out there. Like, that is literally what it is. If you're a little bit smaller, I think that heightens the chances of one of those, I'm at like 60% right now.
Yeah.
I can go do another play. That might be like a, that might be.
He's 5'10", 175 pounds.
Well, he weighed in at 203 or something at the combine, but he put on a bunch of weight, they say.
Yeah.
He's 5'10".
That's small, dude.
I'm 5'10".
Yeah, but you got a massive wingspan.
I can't see over the line.
Yeah, but hold on, though. Remember, Sean Payton drew up an offense for Drew Brees. He didn't have to see through the line.
Yeah, but
Remember, that's
Drew Brees 6 feet.
Yeah, that is 2 inches. That's a bit of a difference.
Well, also, I think like people want to compare him to Drew Brees and Russell Wilson. Like Russell Wilson got drafted in the 3rd round. Drew Brees got drafted in the 2nd round. Like you're talking, this is the number 2
And this
pick
is why.
potentially.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also, like to your point about being there on the field, that kind of like clouds it a bit, or it gets lost when you watch games on TV. You know, because like everyone kind of like you can't really tell. When you go see something live and you realize how fucking big these guys are and how it's like, oh shit, like this is
so fast.
Like that gets lost on TV, and then you go and show up there. It's like if that guy comes off the edge unblocked and fucking blindsides Bryce Young, he's gonna kill him.
Yeah,
He's gonna die.
If Aaron Donald get unblocked and have a 5-yard,
just go to Myles Garrett's Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, go to Myles Garrett's Instagram. I believe a few months back he posted himself at a gym, like LA Fitness or something like that. I believe he's shirtless and everything. He is a foot taller than you are, okay, whoever you are watching this video, except for a certain few humans who don't have to be described this whole situation, so they're not even listening. That man is a foot taller than you, 150 pounds heavier than you, and he's more jocked than you.
Faster
than you. And
7% body fat.
And he just hit his head off the backboard while dunking a basketball. Like that dude, this guy, just look at this fucking human, bro. Like he's trying to get to the quarterbacks every single play. Like the shots, the reason why quarterbacks get paid so much money, they're the most important, position in all of football. It's the biggest league in the world and everything like that. But they're also, every single play, there's a chance they're going to get fucking killed.
Yeah.
Without seeing it. That's why left tackles get paid so much money. That is why it is such a vast, big deal, because there is the potential to get slaughtered every single play. So I think at the quarterback position, where you're kind of revolving around his success for your success, that's a tough thing I think some people are not going to be able to get over, because it's like my first thought every time I think of him is like, he's 5'10".
Yeah.
But they're saying he's amazing at football.
Well, in a lot of these situations, like if you're getting drafted that high, like there's a chance that your offensive line fucking stinks. Like it's not like you're going to a place that has, 3 All-Pros or 3 Pro Bowlers on the line. It's like, no, like, I mean, this guy's going to get sacked 50 times next year. Like, so is he gonna be able to hold up? Like that's kind of common sense if you're drafting in the top 5 or the top 10.
The question is, can his ass run? Because he's gonna be running for dear life.
He's crafty.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
he has good
crafty.
awareness.
He's very crafty in the pocket.
You better be able to run.
That's the difference.
In Alabama offense line, big. Right? This is what a lot of people would say.
Very good.
But it's a lot different game in the NFL, even compared to the SEC. The NFL is all the all-stars from the all-stars of generations past of the SEC. So it's like,
He's kind of like Mahomes in the pocket, just 6 inches shorter.
Yeah, he's much different than Kyler.
He's 6 inches shorter than Patrick Mahomes.
I assume what's Mahomes, 6'4", probably?
Probably 6'3", right?
6'4", 6'4".
I thought he was 6'2".
Yeah, maybe not.
Sorry, 4 inches short.
Well, yeah, that was a big difference. I mean, you fucking certainly, you really sauced that one up a little bit.
But it's Kyler, though.
Did you just put him in the same category
I said
as
pocket, in the pocket, like escapability.
Shiftiness in the pocket.
Hey, the guy makes plays.
Have you watched it, Peck? Have you watched it?
Yeah,
Have you watched this film?
Yeah, he ain't no fucking Mahomes. Mahomes is fucking, how many Super Bowls?
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Turn, what are you saying, bud?
I'm saying just as far as like, how like Mahomes in the pocket is fucking very, very
nimble.
Yeah, but like he's not running like 4-4. He's just in
Crafty.
the pocket. Yeah, he's very aware of his surroundings, I would say.
Navigate the pocket.
And he does. He throws it on a fucking button.
Pat is listed at 6'2". That's on me.
It's okay. You rated you wrong.
It's all right. Yeah. And he is nimble.
All right, let's get to a break here. What?
Oh, my God.
When did this happen?
We knew it.
Yeah,
We knew it was gonna happen.
Maryland's been going on a run, hitting a lot of shots.
30-28, the Turtles beating the Mountaineers.
Turtles are always slow out of the gate.
You're right, and this is the problem. As the hair, you got to get out there and go.
They got those cool.
Oh, fade away.
Bucket.
Ah! Okay. I don't know how far we are behind. You just heard us live.
Bryce
talk
Young
about
get
the-
paid, though. We want Bryce Young to get paid.
We do. We certainly want him to be. We want him to have the setup to be successful as well.
For sure.
And maybe the Colts are that. We spent the most money on the offensive line.
Yeah.
And
we got a run game.
Whoever falls to you might just be like Herbert. Might be the last QB taken in the first round. Might be the best.
Sure.
Yep. There's a chance.
There's
Draft night is intriguing.
It's going to be fireworks.
Well, like
Pew, pew.
the last couple years, like the Colts haven't. Ballard's either traded out or like there are major stakes for the Colts this year. We haven't had that yet for one of the draft picks.
And Jim Irsay knows.
Yeah.
You know, Jim Irsay knows we are very much in the game, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Better
Awesome.
trade up.
All right, let's take a break. And on the other side, AJ Hawk will join us. Jordan Poyer will join us. All-Pro Poe, fresh off a new deal, back with Buffalo. Excited for him.
yeah.
We'll also have Mike Greenberg joining us in about an hour from now to talk about which appendage he will be cutting off and which house he will be giving to Aaron Rodgers if a deal takes place between his Jets and the Green Bay Packers. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Take 5. What score? Oh, no.
Okay.
This is it. This is series point, game point,
match point.
match point. Connor went for the kill. Pack with it. Oh, live to see another point. Pack says all I need is a point and a paddle, and I'm still here. And we got all of that.
Now,
I've seen this comeback before.
If you're Pack, you really got to sell out for an ace here.
Yeah, he just gave him too easy of a serve
he
there. Great shot there, though. Great shot there. Connor's all over the place. Winner. Wow. 2 paddles tossed.
Yep.
One because of frustration, one because of jubilation. And he says, let's go shake their hands. What a play by Connor. That was his best pickleballing.
It was. And you could see, he really started his serve after that first game. He found his groove. He started going, and he got a huge victory.
I think you guys are shaking hands.
Go shake his hand.
Hey, that's good sportsmanship.
That's sportsmanship. That's
Hello and welcome to the special investigative report. Much has been made in the media world on the life and charitable donations of the man Pat McAfee, especially lately with the rise of the ever-popular Pat McAfee Show, a show that in his own words, stinks. We thought it privy to dive into the inner workings and machinations of this tiny business, this small regional show that has reached international discourse. We sat down with the suit himself, Bruce Brown, to figure out what, where, when, why, and how they're able to give away so much money to the viewers of this incredible program.
So yeah, when you enter a Pat McAfee Show giveaway or win a FanDuel merch picks contest on Sunday, essentially, the entire hashtag will be downloaded into an Excel file and the winners will be randomized within that. And then we do a quick scumbag check, basically click on the profile and make sure, you aren't a robot or blocked by Pat. And then it'll be transferred over to Dirty Gertie, who creates the Winter Wednesday graphic, which then runs on the show each Wednesday in a commercial break. If you win over $599, we're going to need your email, or you can email giveaways@patmcafeeshow.com. If it's under $599, all we need is your cash tag. And if you win merch, obviously we need your size, address, and what you want from the store. Usually I'll just reply to you on Twitter. If you have any questions about any giveaway, whether it's cash that you either are waiting on or merch, you can just reach out to me on Twitter or email giveaways@patmcafeeshow.com. Please give us about 1 to 2 weeks to sort out your prize. That's typically how long it takes. But again, if you have any questions, just reach out to us.
We reached out to PMI's money man himself, CFO Phil, for an on-camera interview. Regretfully, he declined the segment, but he did give us the salacious juicy details. In an email correspondence, CFO Phil replied, $2.6 million year to date. Too much money. There you have it. $2.6 million given away, a pissed off CFO, and a show that quote unquote stinks. Good night, good morrow, good luck, and good fortunes.
Hey,
What?
let's go! This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Stone Cold Steve Austin March Madness 3/16, 2023. Hour 2 starts now. It has been a beautiful start thus far, hour and 13 minutes in, as we watch along with March Madness that has already tipped off. First half under was quite a sweat for a lot of people in this particular office in the West Virginia-Maryland game. The line was 53.5, ended up being 52. Now, we're obviously on a team ride on West Virginia, and it started out like a great situation for us.
Perfect.
And then the Turtles got hot towards the end of the first half. We're in the middle of the madness. We're in the middle of great football conversations. We have Jordan Poyer joining us in a few minutes. We also just heard, shout out, Pack, we have Darius Slay, the Slaymaker.
Whoa, big place.
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. He obviously signs back with the Eagles yesterday. Had a baby, Pac-Man Joe.
Pac-Man.
And then we got the Talks at Table at Boston Connor at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. Joining us from Manatee, Ohio, is a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup champion, father of 10.
What?
Wow.
It's a lot of kids.
The Ohio fuck. Yes. AJ Hawk.
Hey.
AJ, we found out yesterday that since last Tuesday, you had been withholding information from all of us in a masterful way for 2.5 hours every day, basically, since then. We learned you're a loyal one, you're a real one, and we knew that before then, but yesterday, it really transformed a lot of minds about the way they think about you. You're a good dude, AJ Hawk. Thank you for joining us every single day.
Got to use my sources better, don't I? Like Rap Sheet told me.
Yeah, you got to ask your sources. Rap, we're humans, okay?
Sorry.
We have friends. AJ happens to be friends with a human who has been in the news cycle for the last 15 years of his life, probably.
Yep, sure.
For every single thing he's ever done.
Yep.
Most recent is the future of his football career. How'd you think yesterday went with the reaction and everything that we know now here, 1:15 Eastern, one day post the Aaron Rodgers conversation that had 496 or 498,000 concurrents at one point, right before he said, I intend to play with the New York Jets next year. And then you saw people go, fuck this guy. And it kind of dropped a little bit, but it remained rather high. What is your thoughts on how it all went? And how do you think Aaron feels about what happened yesterday, Mr. AJ Hawk? That'd be a piece of information that you would know that a lot of people wouldn't.
No, I mean, I would assume Aaron feels pretty good about it. Like, he wanted to come on for a reason and clear things up, like he said. And I feel like he did that and kept it mostly positive, too, don't you think? Like, he didn't really take his shots at people. I mean, I know the media stuff, he tries to go after people sometimes.
Jesus.
Let them know. But as far as, like, with Green Bay, with anybody, I don't think he really buried anybody.
I like that Shefty just kind of,
Yeah.
he eats adversity for lunch.
All in.
Like Mike McCarthy and Dak
Our
Prescott.
pub is good pub.
Yeah, lose money. And then he actually had a picture. Do you see the shirt?
No.
They're going to make some merch, I think.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is...
Who's going to make that?
I'm sure Shefty will figure it out. Actually, we don't know, because the merch business is a whole different business.
It is.
Fickle.
Especially with lawsuits and everything that could potentially come with it. But that I thought the way Shefty's handled this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely beautiful. And I like that Aaron did something that most people won't do, which is like, yeah, this thing's full of shit. Now, moving on, because we have a great guest joining us. I can't wait for him to potentially clear up some stuff that might be, complete bullshit. This man's an all-pro, an absolute stallion, and he just signed a brand new 2-year deal back with the Buffalo Bills. Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the program, Jordan Poyer.
My boy! How's it going, man? What you doing?
Hey, things are fantastic. How are you, boss? You got to be pretty pumped up about everything?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'm excited to be back out here in Buffalo. This is home. This is where I want to be. It's where I belong, man. We gotta run it back one time.
Okay, so we're incredibly happy for you, by the way. Let's go. Pumped for you, man.
Thank you.
So a lot of Buffalo Bills fans thought there was no chance you were going to be back. I think we all kind of thought that because of the very intelligent, business-wise tweets that you put out about the taxes in New York are bananas. That's a fact. That's a matter of a fact.
I'm just saying facts.
Yeah, that is not an opinion or anything, but a lot of people thought that might have ruled out the Buffalo Bills, which are the only team that have to adhere to the state of New York's tax policies, because the Jets and the Giants are actually based in New Jersey. So the Buffalo Bills, only team that have to do that. But whenever people heard you tweet that or see that you tweet that, thought there was no way you were coming back to Buffalo. How'd we get back? And I think we can all say we are pumped that you're back to a place that you became, all-pro Poe at and have become such a face of, brother.
Yeah, first and foremost, that's it, man. I'm just excited. This is, like I said, this is where I belong, man. Obviously, you say some stuff in the offseason, people are going to take it and run with it and take it for how they see it. I like to say the quiet part out loud sometimes, and some people don't like it. That's fine, but it had really nothing to do with my decision on whether or not I was going to come back here or not. I'm just glad the conversation continued to start rolling, so maybe we can make some changes later on down the road to fix some things. You know what I mean? So other than that, it had nothing to do with my decision on coming back here. This is where I've always wanted to be. This is where, like I said, this is where I call home, man. And I had to run it back with my boys one time, man, because I feel like we got a lot of unfinished business, man. We had a tough year last year dealing with a lot of stuff. And so we're
heavy stuff.
Heavy stuff. We had talked about that during the Super Bowl, man. And, I'm excited for the guys that we got coming back, and it's gonna be another fun ride, man. It's gonna be another fun ride.
Jordan, what was the whole process like when you're kind of exploring your options, and were you in constant communication with Buffalo the whole time?
Yeah, you tell me. I mean, it's stressful, man. This is my 10th year in the league. It was my first year really going through the free agency process. When I was in Cleveland, I got hurt. I didn't really, I knew I wasn't going to be a high free agent coming in after my 4th year, and then I signed an extension after my 3rd year in Buffalo. So this is really like the first time I hit the market, and I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know anything, and I hate the unknown. I just hate not knowing. That shit stresses me out. I don't like it, and so I just stayed patient. I let my agent Drew kind of handle it behind the scenes, and I had always known in my heart that this was where I want to be. I know there's a lot of talk about me going to Vegas or me going to Miami or me going wherever, but at the end of the day, this is home, man, and I know a lot of Miami fans were probably pissed off when I signed today, but that's cool because what's a rival without a little bit of a little bit of pushing and pulling right here. You know what I mean?
We thought you were going to Miami.
Oh yeah.
we all thought you were going to Miami.
Yeah.
It was like a foregone conclusion. I think Bills Mafia might have even thought that was a foregone conclusion. How's the reaction been? You getting a lot of love, obviously, on your socials. I would assume that fan base is absurd.
This fan base is just all love, man. I love these people out here. At least love these fans out here. They just showed so much love as soon as they realized I was coming back. All the people in the facility just showing so much love. Like I said, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know, I didn't know how it was going to shake out. I knew I could still play at a high level. I knew I still wanted to play this game. And I just, still had a bad taste in my mouth from the way the season ended last year. And I just think, with a fresh start and coming in here, I think we can do it, man. And that's why I came back, and that's why I wanted to come back, and I wanted to play with my boy Micah Hyde again because we are the best safety duo in the league. So
Right, dude. Hell yeah. It's been like that for a long time. I feel like you
Long time.
ain't improving for a lot. You said, Drew, is that Rosenhaus?
Yes, sir. It is Drew Rosenhaus, the best agent in the game.
Whoa, hey. I want to let you know, Drew Rosenhaus, OG, right? Sports Center commercial. He has repped a lot of people, billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of deals.
Yes.
He's got to feel a little bit, though, Mulugeta.
Chomping.
Hey, Mulugeta. You know, have you heard about Mulugeta? Have you seen this guy work? Have you seen him yet?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know if I know the story behind what you guys are talking about.
Listen, if we were to get Drew Rosenhaus and Mulugeta, and they were our representatives for international businesses,
sure,
we'd be fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'd be in a great spot. Drew has done business in the NFL for so long, and he's based out of Miami down there, I think. Right? He's down there in South Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's right next to my house. Well, not right next. He lives on South Beach on the islands. He lives on the rich people islands. You know where he's doing all right down there. He's doing all right down there.
Brandon Beane have to do any recruiting during this entire process? You said you were pretty hands off, and you did talk to Brandon a little bit. Have you ever golfed with him, talked business, anything like that?
I've golfed with him. I've not necessarily talked business. I like I said, I try to stay away from it all.
That's smart. I think
there had probably been a couple times where I just wanted to hit him up and be like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?
We've been
bring me back or what?" But like I said, I let Drew handle it and Bean, and they did a hell of a job. I just sat back and try to stay positive. My wife has continued to keep me positive through it all because it's stressful, man. It's stressful just not really understanding or knowing what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, how it's going to shake out. At the end of the day, I just knew I could still play at a high level. I knew I still wanted to be a part of this football team, and I knew we got a lot of unfinished business to do.
To get any done, you got to rely upon somebody's opinion. I think the reason why it was stressful for you is because, football, you go out and do your part, you handle your job, you do your thing, you know what success is. When it comes to negotiating, you're just relying upon somebody's opinion.
Right.
It's I hope this person's opinion.
I hope, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that gets an interesting thing. I think it's a smart play to stay out of it, though. If you don't want to be a part of it, just live your life, let it all work out. It seems like it did. Pac-Man has a question for you, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, all pro.
What's up, Pat?
What's going on, baby?
How you living, man?
I got a question for you. I do think you and your boy are pretty much the top two safeties in the league. With Von Miller coming back this year off the injury, what do you think you guys have to do to get over the hump, defensive-wise?
Man.
Hey, new DC too, right? New
yeah.
DC.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it just continue to stay consistent and continue to stay within our process. I think last year with all the injuries that we dealt with everything that was going on off the field, I think you never want to make excuses, but at the same time, dang, I don't know any team that had dealt with as much as we did throughout an entire season. With the injuries, with the snowstorm, with D-Ham. But to me, the only thing it's going to do is make us stronger coming back. And especially when we got guys coming back healthier, in Von Miller, he's only going to make people around him better. He's only going to make us on the back end better. And he's only going to make our football team better. So he is a guy that we are excited to have back. And I am very excited. Was one of the reasons why I did want to come back again was to play alongside a Hall of Famer in Von Miller. And, like I said, he makes everybody else around him better. Greg, Ed, Milano, myself and Micah, Tre'Davious, he makes us all better. So that was, I think, just continue to stay consistent and continue to trust our process. And we'll get over that hump. We'll get over that hump real soon.
Honestly, though, Leslie Frazier leaving has to be a big deal, right? That's a huge ordeal. And the time it came, we're all hoping the absolute best for Leslie. We hope he has a great year off. We hope he gets re-energized, whatever it is. It can be tasking to do anything, especially how great and how long, if that's what it was. I don't know what it was, but it was just kind of announced at an awkward time. That's a big deal, right? Is it not? Or
yeah.
Yeah?
Frazier's a guy who's close to my heart. Somebody when I came in here in Buffalo in 2017, he gave me a lot of confidence in myself to be able to go out there and perform at a high level. And so he's someone that I'll always have on my heart, and he'd also be the first one to tell you that you never forget that this league is a business, and whatever I'm sure he's out enjoying his time off, and doing what's going to make him happy. But at the same time, this NFL train is just going to keep moving. Whether I'm here, whether y'all are there, the NFL train is going to keep just going over. So you got to just be able to continue to adjust. And I know Bean and Sean and the staff here, they brought some really good guys and good coaches up here to help us get over that hump. And I definitely will miss Frazier, Coach Frazier. Like I said, he helped my career, and he helped me. Like I said, and that confidence that he gave me, and just the trust that he had in me to be able to go out there and run his defense. It's something that I definitely will cherish for a long time.
That's dope.
Hey, earlier you mentioned maybe down the road you'll be able to try to fix some things. Were you talking specifically about the Buffalo Bills, or are you talking about like New York tax policy? What are you trying to change?
I was talking about the taxes.
Yeah,
get out there, go lobby. Lobby
do something.
Hey, we
gotta have more. We gotta have more conversations. That's what we gotta do.
Good luck.
We'd all be very appreciative, I think, that fully understand it.
Yeah.
And I think, I think in theory, it's 100% the right thing that has to happen. I mean, they're probably going to kick us off now, especially with how fucking big yesterday was. And then today we even dabble with this. We didn't know this was going to become. It's not on the sheet.
No.
Tax policy.
It's not on the sheet. It's just as somebody who has experienced it now for a little bit, it's like if I could pick where.
Going to Florida.
Boom, it's going here, it's going that. I think everybody would be cool with that. I think that would be. You want to go to defense? Yeah. You want to go to roads? Yeah. You want to go? You want to help the community? Yeah. Infrastructure. It's that's what there's. I think. But then a lot of people just well, you guys are taking all my money, and I haven't seen a single.
Flushing it down the toilet.
I haven't seen a. So I think there has to be a way you could fix it, and everybody could win because you should help.
Yes.
You should help if you have the means to do so, but. I'm with you on this one, pal. This is one of the only things politically that I'll be I think the thought is 100% correct. We are all 100%, yes, need help. We give away fucking money on this thing as much as possible. As much as possible. We are big believers in hey, let's go. Because I come from a family that it would have been fantastic to get that type of thing. And then experiencing it all as it goes, it's this is kind of fucked up. And then the people that have it figured out, they've been, you know what I mean? So we're trying to, and they're up there and they got it figured out. So it's we're looking up what the fuck are you guys doing? You know, because and then we got everybody else is you fucking selfish, entitled asshole. It's well, I agree, I guess, if you want to frame it that way. If you want to frame it that way, we are selfish, entitled assholes. But also, there has to be a better way to do it. There has to be a better way.
Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, AJ wanted us to go here. AJ knew this was happening.
Following up.
AJ knew this was happening. That's why he was whoa. There was something that kind of slipped by that he knows that's a real conversation that we will never be able to change, though.
No, absolutely not.
And we're not 100% saying we're right. I'm sure there's somebody out there that has it figured out that has never paid taxes in their life. And that's also another fantastic thing. And let's remember that, if they add one, they ain't taking it back.
No.
That thing is there forever. The people of Exeter, you think they're going to turn a thing off that is just dumping money? You think they're just going to be yeah, no, we don't want that anymore?
We've done enough.
That is never going to happen.
No.
Not.
But you still signed back with the Buffalo Bills. Hey, you're a good man.
Good for you.
You're a good man. You're giving back.
Yes, sir.
Giving back to the community. Good guy. This guy's a good guy.
Always.
Wanted to pay more tax.
That's right.
So you sent me up there. Connor has a question for you, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, obviously now that you're back in Buffalo, looking ahead towards the season, Rodgers, all signs pointing they're going to the Jets. The Dolphins are adding guys. Bills in the AFC East are playing the AFC West and the NFC East, some pretty damn good teams. Have you talked to the defense hey, boys, this is going to be a long road this year. We really need to lock in over this offseason?
Yeah, we understand the league's hard every year. At the same time, teams got to play us too. Yep. So we're not, it's not like we're anything different. It's just the NFL season. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be grinding, and there's gonna be adversity. There's gonna be ups, downs, sideways, and it's usually the team that is able to handle all that adversity, handle all of the ups and downs. That's usually the team that's hoisting the trophy at the end. Because every team has adversity. Every year's hard in its own ways. You know, there's the NFL. Each team, it doesn't matter if a team is 0-13 and you're 12-1 or whatever. That game is going to be a hard game. These guys are getting paid too, so we understand. There's I don't want to say a lot of pressure or whatever because I think pressure builds diamond, but we came up short last year. Came up like that. Came up a little short last year, so came up a little short last year with all the expectations that we had. And so let everybody else talk about the Jets. Let everybody else talk about the Dolphins. And we'll just kind of sit back in the weeds and do our thing and come up when they need us.
It sounds like you don't think anybody's talking about the Patriots there.
Fine, whatever.
Connor had to correct you there.
Sorry, Connor.
That's been a large part of the conversation the last couple of days.
How about the pass too?
You're sleeping on them.
Have you been paying attention to what's going on with the Jets? Apparently, you just did. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, they got NFL Network on here right now. Looks like Aaron Rodgers is trying to get a lot of his whole damn squad over there. I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, he come out of the darkness retreat and he starts recruiting. And he just saying, "This is what I want."
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. We learned that yesterday. We learned it yesterday, Jordan, that he did not say that. Okay. Sure feels like he gave some input, though.
Yeah, he gave some answers.
And they certainly said.
Look, I love Aaron Rodgers. I hope he gets whatever the hell he wants, man. I hope he does.
Hey, why do you think every player that's ever talked about him says that thing right there, except for like one or two guys that then get put on TV every time something happens with their
teammates who are dated?
Like, why does every player basically be like, yeah, Aaron's the guy? Like, why do you think that is?
He's real. Like, he's a real person. Like, he tells it like it is, and he doesn't sugarcoat shit. He doesn't and I respect that. Like, I mean, he goes out there and he talks about his darkness retreat. He talks about his ayahuasca retreats. He's a real person, and I enjoy people who can express themselves and not really care about what other people are going to think. And he spoke up during the whole COVID about what his opinions and how he felt about it, and I respected that because nobody else was speaking up, and really I agreed with him. And so, it was a lot of I respect somebody who can go on and say how they feel and not care what the public eye is going to really think about him.
He literally, bro, he's like the mentally toughest dude of all time. I've actually
100%.
I've told him that a couple times because then he can also
a darkness retreat. A darkness retreat? You're in the dark? I saw him on y'all's show. He was talking about it. I don't know if I could do that.
Dude, the Aubrey Marcus one, he dives into it even more.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Like, he dives into what it was. Every time, as we were first learning about it, AJ obviously had some of the best questions I've ever heard in the history of journalism.
Oh, yeah.
Just immediately, first thought, AJ's head, well, we're pooping, right? And how are we?
How?
Well, how are you even going to poop that? But every time he was giving an answer, I would try to place myself in there, Like I'd be like, all right, let me see what it would be like in my brain. I'm gonna try to put myself in that situation. And every time I put myself in there, I freaked out. I'm like, why am I in there? No way. And then he started talking about it. Food served once a day, 6 p.m. through a slot in the window.
Slot bucket.
And it's like, one of those days he was just milling next to it. Like, ought to be close. You know what I mean?
Freaking.
I would freak out every time. The mental toughness. And then think about all the emails and texts when you get out of there.
Yeah, jeez.
Holy fuck. Yeah. That anxiety would be weighing on me in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Right.
I'm gonna have so much shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did it though. And he gets buried by some people. People say some rude stuff.
A lot of people.
Yeah. And I see it. I saw it in different languages there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, very rude. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Jordan, you mentioned the stress of everything and not really knowing. Like, did you have any chance to kind of enjoy the first part of your off season here, or was the weight of everything kind of making it so that was all you could focus on? And now that this is kind of done with and you can kind of relax and enjoy yourself, are you going to be playing golf 6 days a week, or what are the plans here moving forward?
Yeah, man. So I did enjoy it. The first 2 weeks I went to the Pro Bowl. It was my first Pro Bowl, so I was able to go out there.
Pro Bowl Poe.
Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Was able to go out there and enjoy my time out there. Went a long drive, 320. So any of y'all trying to see me on the golf course, you're not out driving me. So other than that, went to Arizona. Saw you boys out there in Arizona. Had a great time in Arizona. Really after that, things kind of started to get a little bit stressful. After that, it was really kind of the unknown. Yep, there it goes. 320 right there.
Great
down
swing.
The middle, dude. Look at that ball flight.
At altitude, in the desert.
But I knew it. I knew it too.
Hey,
you didn't have to throw the altitude part out.
No. Chill out. People don't know that. A lot of people don't golf don't know that shit. But yeah, it was stressful, man. Like I said, not knowing, but I knew that my heart, I wanted to be here. I wanted to. It was just tough. But then once I signed today, it felt like a whole lot of weight off my shoulders, and now I can go out and golf and enjoy my time on the golf course and really kind of kick back and play some good golf. We knew you signed today, man.
That's right.
We knew that. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all boys.
Hell yeah.
AJ, didn't we? We were talking about that earlier in the pre-show meeting.
Why he's on here.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you have is that what you wore? Did you get a photo? Glasses on, glasses off?
I had the glasses on. I was fine.
Oh!
Kicking back.
Yeah,
This is how I signed right here.
How cool was that? You felt so cool, I bet? Like, you felt real cool.
I'm just playing.
Think about how cool you would have to feel if you did have that. Because they always,
Yeah.
oh, there it is.
I'm not that.
Look how cool you do look.
Hey.
And Bean. Thumbs up.
Bean with the thumbs up. Casual. Hey, fucking pumped about it.
Got him.
Pumped about it. I wonder if there's any photos that Bean's taken where he's like,
way out there.
like just a sign to himself, like, hey, don't love this deal. You can tell exactly how I was, that one, pumped about it. We're happy for you and the Buffalo Bills, man. Tone has a question for you, probably the last one.
Yeah, Jordan, we've been talking to the new assistant GM for the Buffalo Bills a lot this year. Have you talked to the new assistant GM for the Buffalo Bills, Von Miller, and asked, like, hey, can you get me an extra $1 million or $2 million this season? Or did you ask him what was going on?
I haven't. I'm sure he had somewhat of a play to get me back here. He called me as soon as he heard the news and was like, "How apropos, bud, coming back." And he does his little laugh. I love that laugh, bro. It's contagious. That thing is contagious. But I was super, like I said, man, when I got a phone call from him, man, Micah, Tre'Davious, all my boys, it really started to lift all that weight off my shoulder and really get me, just kind of, it's really almost surreal, just being here again, after the way the season ended and being here, talking to y'all again. It's like I never left, it's like I'm here. Let's get it done. Let's keep going. Let's keep it rolling. We gotta have that weekly show again this year.
Come on. Hey, hold on.
Again.
You had a podcast, right? I mean, that was the thing. You had a podcast. You had your own show.
Yeah, I did until I said the taxes thing, and I needed things to settle down a little bit. So I kind of shut it down for a little bit.
What?
And people got real mad at me for the taxes. I was in the middle of the free agency process.
No, that's because Bills fans thought you weren't coming. They're like, that's not our fault. We didn't make that decision.
Yeah, it's good. But I'll get back on. I'm gonna get back on it soon.
Okay, it is the Jordan Poyer podcast.
Yes, it is on YouTube.
Hell yeah!
You get off every week. I'll get on. I'll put it on. I'll put one out next week, so y'all look it out for next week.
Hey, here we go. Are you? What's the show? What do we got going on? Are we talking to somebody?
Episode 19, I believe.
Let's go.
Episode 19. Yeah, we're getting through it. Not sure what it's gonna be. Probably all about free agency. I'll probably tell everything about.
Have Warren Buffett
tell the story.
Hell yeah, you should absolutely tell your story. Cannot wait to hear the behind the scenes on your podcast. 19, then you're going to be at 20.
What?
Next thing you know, you're going to be at 100.
What?
And 200.
What?
You just keep going, man. They just
start belong on the show, man. I just belong on the show, man. Golly, come on.
Yeah, you're the best, dude. We appreciate you. We're happy for you. Congrats on a new deal.
Thanks,
ladies and gentlemen. Hey, real quick before we get out of here, it would be essential for me to tell you that I have a little quibble here at the end of the line. That guy hits the fuck out of a golf ball over there. Mm-hmm. In my head, I was like, we need to set up a long drive.
Yes.
That's like in my head, I thought to myself, Pro Bowl, brilliant idea to have long drive in there. Mm-hmm. A lot of golfers around the NFL. So I think that was a good idea with Vegas being there. It's like a long drive is
perfect.
Yeah. It's an easy piece of content to make that is awesome.
Orlovsky on the mic.
And we have enough humor. Yeah,
that's right.
Orlovsky's going to want to be in it, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. There's a lot of humans we know. We got to put up a real prize, though. Yes. Put up like $1 million or something.
Juice the balls a little bit like Top Golf.
Big time.
We'd have to go to altitude so you guys feel like you're really demolishing balls.
I told you not to say that, man.
No, The only time I ever saw that guy hit, though, was at altitude, too. We were at Tahoe. Yeah. So, it's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. AJ, how far do you hit it on Earth, sea level?
I've never, I don't know. I've only ever tried it out in Tahoe, so no clue. Probably like 250.
So you're an asshole.
Yeah, that's possible. You are an asshole.
Get out there.
You are hitting
it a lot.
further.
Last drive at Tahoe was 400
yards further out there.
Hey, have you ever played with Thielen?
I haven't. I heard he's pretty nice though.
Bomber.
Yeah.
I heard he's pretty nice.
He's got everything.
What was that? He does. He literally does. He played high school, I guess. That was a big thing. He played in high school, so he's been coached before. He knows why things are going wrong.
He won the championship in high school.
Yeah, I believe he was
champion.
state champion.
He
And
he won the
has
state
a
championship.
very natural swing.
Dude, 3 wood. Okay, the Bahamas. I think it's sea level.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yep.
On the sea.
In the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually there. 3 wood par 4. I think it was like 325 or something like that. This fucker over the green.
Flew the coop.
3
Off
wood.
the tee?
3 wood.
Oh
3
my
wood.
goodness.
Fucking boom. It might have skipped off a hard part of something or whatever, but that thing went over the green. I'm like, I started.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you know what
Then
was
I'm playing with him.
what was Drewski's reaction whenever Mac McClung won the dunk contest? Drug test that white boy.
Yeah.
That was literally my first thought whenever Thielen hit it. I was like, this guy is cheating. There's no way this guy just did that. He's phenomenal. Are you a very good golfer, long ball hitter?
I'm a solid golfer. I'm an 80 to 85.
That's good.
Oh, you're a good golfer.
That is good.
You're a good golfer.
Solid. I never broke 80. I've hit 83 times in my life, and I've never broke it. It's coming this offseason, though.
You played any of those really hard courses yet? Like those super...
Yeah, I played at Bears Club 2 weeks ago with Mr. Trubisky and Jack Nicklaus, and he played with Jack Nicklaus. It was Jack Nicklaus' son, and it's amazing to watch a professional golfer actually play because, I mean, everything is so smooth and it just seems so easy. He's hitting the ball 260 down the middle of the fairway. His second shot is 4 feet from the pin, and he's just putting for birdie, and if he doesn't make the birdie, he just kicks the ball in with his foot, and, like, I just wish I could do that.
That'd be so much fun. It'd be
so much fun. I'm sitting here looking for my balls in the woods. Hey, Jack, my ball? No, I'm talking to a pro asking him to look for my balls. It's crazy.
I played at a golf course that had caddies and stuff, you know, and we walked.
Yeah.
The amount of, like, rights that they were having to do. And then the people that were up in the, now they're the ones looking for it in the thing or whatever. And everybody else is like, right down the
Center cut.
It's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, it's a tough game here.
Yeah, tough game.
I played with a guy who was like a fucking pro golf. To your point, watching them golf is hilarious.
Different game.
It's like, oh,
The whole different game.
in the TV. Well, good luck with that now that you got a new bag. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
Pro Bowler and All-Pro Jordan Poyer. AJ,
What's up?
need you to listen to that podcast. Let us know what the backstory was behind it because we will have it set, but we need you to dive into that fully to explain to us next week, please.
What the backstory of what?
His free agency. You just talked about the Jordan Poyer podcast. He literally just said it.
Wake up.
You're a podcast guy.
This is why Aaron feels like he can tell him anything because AJ's done listening.
In one ear, out the other.
Oh, that's good. You're going to play football again? You're not going to talk? Oh, okay, cool, man.
You mean like when you
What's
say
for dinner?
backstory, that's what confused me. You like the process. You want me to hear what the process was like that he went through.
We weren't speaking the same language. That's on me. That's not on you.
No,
That's
it's
on
not. This asshat has just been sitting
Communication,
over
right?
there. not
Communication's
listening.
key.
That's the biggest part of
It is.
everything. You know, it's the biggest part of everything they say.
And 90% is on nonverbal.
And just real quick so we can go back into the conversation and wrap it up there. Pac, you guys are pretty much the best safety duo in there.
What was that?
You didn't want to go on record at this exact moment. You have not done enough research to deem the best safety duo in the NFL, or you do have respect. They're in a top tier of yours. What do you think?
They are in the top tier.
Okay, got it.
I don't want to say best right now. Shit, last year they wasn't the best. They didn't win it. But I'm just saying they right there at it though. But cornerback wise, I'm thinking Miami. As far as cornerback is of right now.
Corners?
Duo, yeah.
Who was the
Slay and what's the name? I would say last
Bradbury. They're back together.
Yeah.
And Micah was
They
out
played
of
the
there.
best together last year. I say
So what does that
Slay and
mean?
Bradbury.
Because if one guy's good, the other person's getting a lot of targets, right? Isn't that normally how it goes?
Yeah.
So when you say somebody plays good together, that means they're not throwing from the outside of the field much against this team?
Right.
So they're only going up the middle.
Right.
So that's the job.
Well, I'm just saying the corner's playing really good.
Like the number 2 corner, though. Like the number 2 corner is going to get targeted.
3.
3 corner.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I'm saying when you attack Philly, Slay, them two boys, they playing pretty good out there. The nickelback is a decent spot, but if you're going to pick and choose, you don't want to go with those two guys.
So you've never been in this position, but I'm sure you've met a lot of dudes that are in this position.
Yep.
How does it feel to know, like, okay, I'm the 3rd corner here. I am going to get, there's going to be a lot of action today. That is sometimes somebody brand new to a team too, right?
Yeah. And when you're a rookie, I went through it as a rookie because as a rookie, like, my first time playing against Randy Moss, I'll never forget that. Motherfucker double moved me. I went back to the sideline like, yo, I need help. There's no way that I can get him by myself, bro. Y'all got to put somebody else over here with me. But
calling for help immediately.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Okay, I understand we all think I got this figured out. I want to let you know. Now, I do not. I do not. Very humble of you to do that. Because remember, there was never a day. He told us this earlier. There was never a day that he woke up, other than his last year where he felt like a little slower or something. You know what I mean, AJ? Like just felt like never a day. He said that's hilarious to think about.
That'd be nice. I mean, I guess there's definitely days when you feel like you don't have as much spring in your step. I feel like,
right,
for sure, for normal humans.
But I'm just He said, "Have you ever woke up and said, oh, I feel slower today?"
Yeah.
Or speed wise, right?
Oh, so spring is a different. Oh, so now we're getting down to.
He's not. I get it. I get what he's saying.
I'm always like, I'm
you're
ready
saying
to go.
explosive. You're not as explosive as opposed to speed.
Right.
Okay, so two different.
I'm thinking of like dead legs, like middle of camp when you have dead legs.
That's soreness.
Okay.
Difference though, because if you're sore, you can still run fast.
Yeah, because you're just in more pain.
Yes,
maybe.
That's what we were
hard
told.
thing. Like, when you're in more pain, it's hard to start and stop. That's always the toughest thing. Like starting and stopping quick is what is tough as you get older.
Like 3-4 steps is all right.
Like, God damn, I used to stop on the dime.
Yeah. You can't anymore? Almost 40?
I can do my.
Oh, you're two-stepping? What, are you used to one step?
Two-step.
Oh, you take two steps.
Take a two-step.
How about pickleball?
I'll be the best before the end of it.
Okay.
We'll see.
Morning Pickleball Boys picked up new player.
Yeah.
AJ.
He sucks, AJ. First, I walk in the door. Hey, we got somebody for you to play. Yeah, fuck. Who is the garbage man?
Well, TikTok Casey is the guy that we said you should play. To be clear, TikTok Casey, former tennis player, and also ran a pickleball league 2 weeks ago.
Play singles and doubles.
This is what he said.
Yes.
So he was welcome to the Thunderdome. This is Thunderball. He got thrown in the morning group.
Yeah.
And it did not end well at all.
No.
But our immediate thought was like, I feel like Pac-Man, because he doesn't get as many days in here to work, like we're all growing, you know.
Day by day.
Day by day, we're all kind of learning. And every week, it's like you're taking 10 steps, but we've gotten a chance to take 13 there. So we're like, hey, Pac-Man, want to showcase that you are good at pickleball. You're just playing against somebody who literally plays for hours every single day right now.
Yeah.
You would have murdered TikTok, Casey.
Yeah, by a lot.
You would have beat him 11-0 probably. If the guy didn't get the ball back over the net once.
Oh, no.
Wait, who'd he play against?
Well, I didn't like the rules.
No.
But it was
winner stays.
It was winner's quarter or whatever this morning. I did not enjoy that.
Yeah, I play tennis, and he had a couple of swings before the match.
Check the watch. He was doing the full. You could tell
he had it.
There was no chance I was going to lose to a tennis kid from Massachusetts.
No.
I would like to let everybody know that out there. But it was at the end of my morning here, AJ. It was the end of my morning here. So it was like his first time in there. But the way it was being chatted about was as if he was a player.
Yeah, he's going to be good. Like, I expected him to kind of at least get a couple shots where it was like, oh, that's a tennis shot. Like, even like around the net, because you obviously paint corners. I expected one return, maybe bend around. No, he didn't touch the ball.
Dude, before the game, I actually gave myself like a can't lose.
Wait, I thought you said he ran a pickleball league?
Yes.
Bingo.
2
Did
weeks
he play in
ago.
it, or was he just the general manager?
General manager.
Well, I think we're learning now. Yeah, he was hands off with the pickleball.
Was he saying he was great? Like, did he say he was a great player?
He never did. He was just dropping these like little pieces of information and things like, oh, I ran a pickleball league. I guess we should have thought deeper, like spring and fast and communication with you and I. We should have thought deeper, like, oh, that must mean he was an accountant for an league.
Right.
And he didn't play in it. Like
Set up the brackets.
I guess we should have thought of that, but the
He
way
was a suit. He was a suit for a pickleball league.
boom. And he was a tennis player though too in high school. Played tennis at an all
He should be really good then. He should be good.
at an all men's private school, I think.
Yeah, and a very good conference as well in Massachusetts.
Maybe nerves. Maybe nerves got the best of him.
Well,
He doesn't
What
have
was the
that
score?
capacity.
Did you skunk him? You skunked him 11-0? And this dude says he has a pickleball background. Who is this guy?
He didn't say it afterwards. Afterwards was a very different conversation.
I never played for
You legit skunked him? There's always one one unforced error that you make or something. The fact that you skunked him is amazing.
Bro, I'm playing some pickleball right now.
Yeah,
I'm playing some real.
He was nervous.
I assume so. I assume there was a case. Yeah, we just met. He's been working with us for like 6 months. It's the first time he's come into the Thunderdome. You know, so it was the first time meeting him. We love this dude's work too.
Yeah,
he's the TikTok guy for us.
He's awesome.
He does all the TikTok and the reels and the shorts for YouTube. He has a talent at doing that.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of Connor's friends, and Connor pitched him, and then this dude just went to work. Never stopped working. It was unbelievable.
Always available.
It made no sense.
Yeah.
We'd be talking, and he'd be like, "Oh, I think this would be a good one." And I was like, "We just talked about that like 2 minutes ago." Boom, had it up and running. So it was his first visit out here. We signed him to a deal. Okay, hey, had a baby.
Way to go, Casey.
TikTok Casey. Had a baby TikTok Casey. Proud of him. Happy for him. Thankful for him. But like, you come into the Thunderdome, you know.
Yeah.
And there's
Too busy
a chance.
working.
There's a chance, you know what I mean? I agree, he has been working. He's running the pickleball league too at the same time. So, any former tennis player. So that was the first.
You know, like a great carpenter, usually their house is the one that needs the most work because they're out doing work on everybody else's house.
Yeah, Jesus. That's why he was born in that barn.
That's right.
There we
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah. And now Casey knows, like,
he
hey,
lived
if
in a
you're
cave.
good-
He didn't live in a house.
How come nobody talks about anything that Jesus created in the carpentry world? Shouldn't there be some sort of cut or saw or thing from?
He made the best wicker baskets.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, didn't he create?
Okay.
He created the cross too, right?
Oh, come
No,
on.
that happened to a lot of
This is disgusting. I do
Tone.
not like that happened. Tone.
Come on,
Jesus
Diggs.
didn't come up with it.
Oh, Tone.
Tony,
It
we're
was
in
the
the middle
Italians
of
that put
Lent
him up
right
there.
now.
Sorry, I never went to CCD. I don't know.
You did go 2 weeks. You had to go 2 weeks.
I don't think that's not true.
Everybody had to go 2 weeks, I thought.
That's not true.
That's the only way my parents were coming to go. They were like,
lied to you.
that doesn't make sense.
What?
I saw Zito in the back.
Yeah, it was
for
not
the
2
first
weeks.
time.
It was like
you talking about?
6 to 8 years.
What?
Yeah, I didn't finish. I did not finish, but
My bad.
happy 316 day, AJ.
What?
Hell yeah.
I just caught him for the first time. It was amazing.
Yeah, he looks
Every year. Come on.
You should have seen Pac. Pac goes, "Oh, great outfit today."
Wow.
Great outfit today.
Oviedo.
He's got the Rock shoes on.
Hell yeah.
Hell
He's
yeah,
got the
much
rock shoes on.
What? Hold him up there, Z. Let me see.
I
did
can't
earlier.
bend up anymore.
Yeah, earlier it was
I
a full
pulled something
display.
earlier.
Might poop his pants.
Whoa,
fucking
George,
joke
bro. It's
about
Stone
that.
Cold Day.
It's not funny to joke about pooping in your pants.
You're right. You're right.
Happens
Too
to
soon.
adults all the time.
Yeah,
right,
All
Connor?
the time.
On
West
top
Virginia,
of the seat.
Did you bet West Virginia with us?
I did a bracket and I did have West Virginia
No,
advancing.
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
Oh, did I bet
instant
them?
gratification.
Yep.
I did not bet him. No.
So we all took them.
Yep.
Yep.
When I got them, it was minus like 125 or 130. I think
They're
you
gonna
got
win.
Yeah, got
They're
up
gonna
to
win for
minus
sure.
140.
Where are you guys at? I
Pac,
think you're a
you-
little behind.
24.
Pac, you
Minus
jumped on, right?
24, yep.
We're at 12:57 game clock.
Yeah, Maryland just stole the ball on the press.
And just had a sick underhand pass. But
Travel.
What's the score?
47-41.
12.
Let's go.
You're a little delayed on me.
Why does that always happen? And why does
Bob
your
Huggins
internet
gets a
not
sweet
work?
stool. How does he get this stool on the sideline?
That's OG Huggins.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, man. He used to come speak to my high school and bring players, and they would just do unbelievable dunks when I was a little kid growing up at Centerville basketball camp. It was awesome.
Yeah, because he used to be at Cincinnati. That's where he kind of did. And then he came back home to West Virginia. Always been a dog pack. Always Huggins.
Look at that stool.
What do you want to stand all game?
Just an alpha move, bringing your own
No, I mean,
stool.
usually you got to
Call
jam in
Huggins
between everybody in
March.
those seats.
He's also
That's right.
a heart attack.
Huggins March.
That's
I
right.
sit where I wanna
January.
sit.
January.
No.
February.
No.
Huggins,
That's not what they say.
April.
It's Izzo.
What?
January, February, Izzo.
What?
What'd you say?
Are they in the tournament?
Yes. 25 straight years. It's a record.
They're talking about the coach for Michigan State.
Who cares?
Well, that's what everybody else is saying.
right.
That's what everybody else is saying. But to be clear, not enough people love Huggins either. It took him a long time to get into the Hall of Fame with all of his accomplishments. He's been coaching, he said, for 41 fucking years, this guy.
Yep. Long time.
And the amount of money he's raised back in West Virginia also very notable. I think he's done good with his time. Guy did like to have a drink or two every once in a while, though.
Why not?
Yeah, sue him.
Well, don't.
Blame him?
No, don't. But
Yeah, don't do that all the way.
he has a good time. I think people would love him if they met him.
Yeah, running a press defense is a high stress, coaching job too. You got to let the guy have 8 to 10 whiskeys when he goes home.
Right. He did not take it easy ever either. It was like, remember, he had a heart attack on the court.
He did, and the whoop or whatever he was wearing, Fitbit, like saved his life.
Yeah. And he actually told the player, "You did this."
Yeah, he had a real one, unlike other coaches on the sideline.
That happened, Pac. What we just said
You
happened.
almost killed me.
You did this to me. Dahn. That would be how I think Huggins would want to go.
Yeah,
on
for
the
sure.
hardwood.
Of
He
course.
just loves basketball. I'm happy he didn't, obviously. Let's not get crazy here, but like
He was a player, wasn't he? Back in the day, he was a player.
dog on the defensive side.
Yeah, him and Jerry
He could
West.
shoot
Back
the
in the
lights
court.
out.
Him and Jerry West played together.
Yeah, Jerry. Still
Jerry's a happy guy.
Well, that's alleged.
base
From
it
his
off that
portrayal,
stupid show.
Look,
I know he's upset about that.
It was also a book. Yes, Jerry West was a massive prick from the book.
That's
allegedly
There's
from
nothing.
the
There's nothing.
published.
Yeah, published work of art.
I know his son, Johnny. Johnny was nice to me. Johnny was in school
Johnny was
whenever I
nice
was in
to
school.
me
And
too,
guess what?
Yeah,
Apples
Johnny
don't-
was nice to me.
Apples don't fall far from trees, so Jerry was just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. How about that Showtime show? It was good. I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah,
Me
never
too.
finished
Never
it.
made it past that, but I believe it did get picked up for a second season.
No.
Fascinating story.
What?
I could see how the characters inside of it might not love everything about it.
Yeah, I'm sure Magic wasn't that enthused with his portrayal, but not just Magic, damn near everyone that was on there.
Let's go to the 5 Energy phone line here. Let's go to Milton in Virginia. Milton, what's going on? Milton.
Hey, boys, how we doing?
Keep
moving.
Milton, thanks.
Hey, first of all, let's go Mountaineers. Let's go drink some beers.
Hell yeah.
What?
And
Hell yeah.
eat shit pit.
Hell yeah. And the cheers. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you guys were talking earlier about Deion Sanders and his style of coaching. Do you think that's why Ed Reed only lasted like a day in the college ranks?
Well, I do believe there was some other issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a scene. That whole thing unfolded actually live on the internet.
That was nuts.
You can't even put those two in the same category.
Is Ed Reed going to
Bethune,
coach?
Bethune, right? Isn't that where he was?
Yeah.
Cookman, yeah. Is he going to coach again, you think? Do you know him at all?
I know he want to coach. I don't know if he will coach. That's another question. I really didn't get all the news that happened down there.
No, well, so
It's weird.
we don't know either. 'Cause
Yeah.
we
It's
only-
really weird.
He was
Nothing
talking-
come out, then all of a sudden you say, "Oh, we're not harmed." Something happened. We just
Yeah.
Well, there was a live.
He had some
Instagram-
videos. He was going live like when he was driving in, wasn't he? And then he'd walk and show the offices.
Oh,
what
yeah.
was going on.
Boy, was that funny.
I thought it was hilarious, and you could see why he would want the world to know,
Yeah.
like what he's doing too, like what he's going through. But we could also see how maybe they think not the best way to start the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was.
You can see that.
It felt like it was never going to work. So it kind of stumbled out of the gates.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm still a believer, though, that Ed Reed could certainly be a guy that could coach very well.
The live with him
somewhere.
and Deion too when he was leaving was a work of art too.
I had a chance to coach with him in the All-American game in 2000.
You get the year wrong, we are going to be disgusted.
Yeah, that's
All right,
it.
well, whatever the fuck
You
the
have to
year
leave.
is. But it was Deion versus Ed Reed team for Undone. He did a pretty good job with motivating the guys and getting them going. You know what I mean, as far as practice wise. That's an interesting question. Will he coach?
He has a resume.
Yeah, got a good resume.
He has a resume that can get into any house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any house. Just like Deion has. Like Deion, parents always
Well,
good
no.
with.
His Deion resume way longer than Ed's
Okay.
because Deion coached in high school for so many years, started his own high school, won 3-4 championships, didn't lose a game in high school. So Deion have a little bit more longer when it comes to coaching, I would say.
So you say different level of real estate.
Yeah.
Because I think like in Miami, South Florida, Ed Reed could probably get any conversation with any recruit he wanted, right? Pretty quickly, don't you think?
I don't know if that conversation is the same as Deion.
Got it. The way they go about doing things might be differently. But
Yeah.
what I was, and I guess Deion deserves more respect whenever I make this type of art, but like Deion, the parents love him and then the kids love him. So it's like he gets into any conversation because he spans different generations,
Yes.
I think, of people.
Only man to come from a score a touchdown in the football game, go and play a fucking baseball game and have a home run.
Yeah, he touches everybody.
Ridiculous.
Like everybody's a fan of Deion. Like everybody knows Deion. Everybody respects Deion. It's like he can get in any convo. I assume Ed Reed would be able to do the same, but I guess not at the level, which I will certainly detract that statement, I guess, for
We
Deion's
always
sake.
talk about how like sons, kids of guys that played in the league, stuff like that. Like those that we like seeing those guys. Like Ike, who has one of the top-ranked corners in Florida. His son was with Deion the other day. I'm sure Chris Henry Jr. might get a conversation with Deion just because Pac's respect for him.
He's a freshman, 6'5", running a 4.4.
Yeah, that's not real.
Just got an offer from Mark. Did you hear this?
No.
Yeah.
Where's he at high school? Pac, where's he go?
He's at Withrow right now.
Okay.
But yeah, he just got Arkansas today.
Oh, and he's got no swag at all, huh? This dude's awesome.
That's an old picture right there, boy.
6'5" freshman?
Yeah.
4.4.
Wow.
And, obviously.
That was his 8th grade year right there.
That's a pretty good.
Just dunking on everybody, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. He's an animal.
When did he have first dunks?
Huh?
When was his first dunk, do you know?
Third grade?
Probably 7th grade.
Dude, that was something that was talked about. This guy started dunking in 7th grade.
Yeah, and the kids walking up to play him.
7th grade. 8th grade, he dunking pretty much every time.
Yeah.
This year, 9th grade, started as a freshman.
Varsity?
Yeah, varsity average, 17? What? 17 and 8, I think.
Oh, so he might play basketball.
Yeah, that's his thing. He praying to God that he don't grow 3 more inches because he's going to be like, damn, I got to go be a point guard.
I
But
guess.
his love is football.
Yeah, I guess I got. Well,
Oh, no. You're going to have to go get a guaranteed contract in the NBA now.
So 1 year from now,
6'8".
I guess I got to go into the. I guess I'll just go be a point guard in the NBA.
Whatever.
Good for him, man. Hey, hell yeah. Keep working. Let's
go. So that's the thing, though? Like, if I become 6'8", I can't play wide receiver in the NFL?
How many 6'8" receivers you've seen in the league?
Okay, is this a thing you think? This is a real thing? How come?
No, you can't. I haven't seen too many guys besides Megatron that's been. I don't even know it's Megatron.
He's like 6'5".
Right, 6'8". Shh, a walking target.
Yeah.
Like
Sills,
I
that
don't know,
one dude from
depends.
West Virginia was the tallest I can remember. He was like 6'7"-ish.
West Lyons.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
West Lyons 6'7", I think. He was a wide receiver for a little bit, but I guess I haven't even thought about that because I just assumed
Remember the
6'8"
big,
wide receiver.
tall
Mercedes.
Arkansas QB who played receiver too? He was like 6'7".
Matt Jones.
Yeah.
How tall was Matt?
He was at least 6'6", wasn't he? I don't know.
What do you think?
But you're right.
Target, you
6'8", you don't see it. You can get right in their chest. Couldn't you, Pac, you imagine if you were trying to, you would jam him up all day if a 6'8" dude's trying to get off the line.
I would love it. Like you giving, I got so much to work with.
Yeah.
So much.
Calvin Johnson, 6'5". He is the tallest, most successful.
Yep.
Brandon Marshall, 6'5". Big.
Yeah, he is a monster. Brandon's huge.
No one over 6'5", though.
Mike Evans, 6'5". So it feels like that's the cutoff.
Ed McCaffrey.
Ed
yes.
McCaffrey was
See, he at the cutoff right now.
I thought
As a freshman.
Yeah, that's scary.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How's his jumper? How's
His ass grow fucking 3 more inches.
How's his jumper?
He's the real deal.
Chris
Collinsworth 6'5"?
What? We know this guy was a fucking horse? I had no idea.
No way.
Did you know that? You knew Chris
Vince
Collinsworth,
Jackson?
6'5"?
Carmichael, 6'8", right there. 1973.
Okay.
Book it.
Hey, couple times. Carmichael did his thing.
How big is
Chris is listed as 6'5".
how big is the boy from Seattle?
DK.
Metcalf?
Yeah,
6'4".
Hey, he's shredded, dude.
Yeah, he's fucking.
How about
Yeah,
that?
he's a freak. Bro.
Shredded.
See him run that fucking 100-yard dash?
So that was real race, I heard.
Huh?
On NBC last year.
Yeah, when he actually did it.
Yes.
They said that Tyreek Hill one was beer league softball track race.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was told. That's what people on the internet were telling me.
Yeah.
Whenever we completely overreacted. Oh, here's this Greenie.
What to do?
Greenie, what's going on?
Hello, McAfee. Do I look all right? I look very dark. All
All right. Hey, we'll FaceTime you from the computer studio. You look good.
Okay.
Hey, I'm happy for you. You're glowing, Greenie.
Oh, I mean, Samantha and I.
Don't get too excited.
All right.
Not
Call
done
you
yet.
soon. Call you soon.
Yeah, Greenie.
AJ, did you call Greenie?
Get that blowtorch ready.
Oh, yeah.
I have not called him yet. No, this would be good to chat with him.
What's the deal?
I don't want to do it until the deal is signed. It's not done yet. You don't want to put the old cart in front of the horse or whatever you call it.
Oh, we're counting these chickens before they hatch, you
Greenie
said.
popping bottles. You see Greenie popping bottles?
Joining us now is a man who's been popping bottles for 24 hours since the words, I intend to play football next year with the New York Jets. I've made that decision 4 days ago. This guy, lifelong Jets fan, said that this is a top 5 moment in his life because of how miserable it has been being a Jets fan. And also, he's in 2 Hall of Fames for broadcasting. Obviously, one half of Mike and Mike. Now the host of Get Up, which is on ESPN every morning that we watch literally every single day.
Love it.
He'll take 2 to 3 months off every once in a while out of nowhere, and our lives are much worse, but he has earned it all. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Greenberg.
Yay!
Sir?
Guys, what can I say? Pat, what your wife and I have in common is that we are both glowing because we are both expecting. A blessed event is going to come into my life much as it has in yours. I would describe that interview you guys did with Aaron Rodgers yesterday in the annals of my life. I would put it directly behind the birth of one of my children and directly ahead of the other one. I mean, it was right in there. It was right. It was that kind of day for me.
Holy shit. Happy we could do that for you, huh? Hey, here we go. Greeny, living large. Living large.
It was phenomenal. AJ, you're my guy. You've been looking out for me on this thing from the very beginning. You offered him my bed, which was weird, but I mean, I'm good with it. There's no part of this that I'm not okay with.
Well, I think AJ also
he alluded
said you'd cut off your meat. Even though you
No, I
said
just repeated what was said. I repeated what was said on this program.
you did not. You delivered it differently. The context is vastly different, which matters, if there's lawsuits and other things like cutting off penises being in there. So happy you don't have to do that, and we cleared that whole thing up. But whenever
me too.
What do you think about the conversation that's happening today in the sports media world? Because it has to happen, because it is the sports media world, that people are saying, well, now that Aaron has said that he wants to play for the Jets publicly, and this is going to cause a bigger problem for the deal to get done between the Jets and Packers. I want to let you know that I think the Packers have no leverage really in this. Like, I guess the Jets have no leverage either, because if they don't get Aaron, they don't have a quarterback. They have Zach Wilson, but like, how does that affect the Packers at all? You know what I mean? Like, I think that the Packers have no leverage still, even after the conversation yesterday. How do you view it all, and how do you view the convo? And when does this get done, Greeny?
Well, so that is a good question. And of all the things of all the newsy pieces of your interview yesterday, the one that I was the most interested in was AJ, when you asked him about whether how quickly he planned to be in there, and would he go to, all the mini camp stuff and, start working right now with new teammates, and not just learning a new system. Actually, he'll be teaching a new system. He knows it better than practically any of the players who are on the team. And he really kind of sidestepped that. And that's a big piece of this. I think look, I'm envisioning an Aaron Rodgers who wants to come and go on a scorched earth tour. The last time he felt wronged by anybody, he went on back-to-back MVP seasons, and that's how he seemed yesterday, and that's the Aaron Rodgers I want. I have volunteered to anger him as much as is necessary over the course of this season, if I can. I need an angry Aaron Rodgers. So the point is, I think that the Jets' urgency in this is that I think it is clearly beneficial to them to get this wrapped up as quickly as possible so that he can be there and start working, and hopefully will want to do that as soon as possible. The advantage that the Packers have is that because we have already gone into the new league year, they had to budget in to their cap his number right now. So it's not costing them anything. And the reality is, if they want in exchange picks in this year's draft, they have until the end of April. If they're willing to live with picks not until next year's draft, then really the next pressure point in all of this is they save a bunch of money against their cap for reasons that I'm sure you guys know, and most of the people watching won't find that interesting. But just there are like these technical reasons why they would save a bunch of money against their cap if it doesn't happen until June 2nd. Yeah. Now, I'm telling you, I'm not going to make it to June 2nd. If this thing goes to June 2nd, you thought I was gone a long time last time. You won't see me for a while because I will be flat on my back. So we need this thing done long before that. But that's the advantage that they have in this. I think the Jets are much more urgent to make it happen than the Packers are. And actually, another of my favorite things about your interview yesterday, and I talked about it with Teddy Bruschi at length this morning on Get Up,
Teddy,
is the issue of what does an organization owe, what does a football franchise owe an all-time great? He said it really well on your show yesterday. You could debate whether he's the greatest Packer in history. He's certainly at the top, on the short list of the great ones with all the other names we know. And it is inarguable that he played there longer than anyone else ever has. When Tom Brady decided he wanted to leave New England after all those years, Kraft cleared the way for him. He said, you've earned that right to leave the way you want to leave. Do the Packers owe that to Aaron Rodgers? And we understand that there is a little more acrimony in that relationship than there was perhaps with Brady and Kraft.
Well,
but
that was speculated too.
Well, I mean, whatever it is, it's obvious that they don't love each other. Like Kraft, Brady views Kraft like as a father figure. I don't think that Aaron, just the sense I get is he doesn't view Mark Murphy or Brian Gutekunst that way. And candidly, based upon the things he was saying to you, AJ, and using you as an example of how it has been unsatisfying and sometimes frustrating the way the great Packer players of recent vintage have left with bad tastes in their mouths. So does it behoove the Packers in any way, if this is what Rodgers wants, especially since, as he said, they're really the ones who decided it was time to sever the relationship, to, I'm not going to say you just give him away, because obviously he's an incredibly valuable asset. You can't do that.
Get something, but come on.
But to work with him a little. Exactly. It's a complicated issue, and I sort of see both sides of it.
So to Connor's point, he said it in there, and AJ, I apologize. I know you have something for Greeny, and you've been fucking 205. We were maybe going to do this in the noon hour. AJ was completely pissed. Please don't. But like the whole thought, though, about the unceremonious exits with everybody and everything like that. And you said that they have the $58 million, they can just sit on that or whatever. It's like, they can't make any moves. They got $58 million sitting there. Like, that is a massive chunk of the thing. I don't understand why they won't just get a deal done. Like, just move on out. And to Connor's point, no owner there is much different than Kraft. And we've kind of experienced that the last couple off seasons. It was like, if an owner was there who was directly profiting from what Aaron Rodgers is doing, and he sees it as a business and like what he wants the team to look like and be like, which is in every other city but Green Bay. In this one, it's Mark Murphy, who's basically calling the shots, and Ted Turner was the previous one that brought Aaron in. So like his allegiances are almost like Mark Murphy's vision of what his Packers are will be through his guys that he ultimately brings in, is how he views it. So it's like, I think if they had a fucking owner.
I tried my best.
Dude, I know. Yeah. You're a shareholder.
I think that's an important point. And I would add to it that the difference between Mark Murphy or Ted Thompson before him and a guy like Bob Kraft or Woody Johnson or anyone else is that if this goes badly, Woody Johnson doesn't get fired. And if this goes badly, Mark Murphy does. So he has different interests in it. Woody Johnson is a billionaire. He was born a billionaire. There have been Q-tips a lot longer than he's been alive. So he doesn't have anything to be worried about in all of this. If it goes badly, his fans will be mad at him. But at the end of the day, his life isn't impacted. If Mark Murphy makes a decision, if Mark Murphy gives Aaron away, and Aaron wins a Super Bowl in New York, God willing, and Jordan Love is a bust, then Mark Murphy's job is in jeopardy. Brian Gutekunst's job is in jeopardy. People make those decisions. Woody Johnson has no check or balance on this, as don't any of the other owners. So I just think that's another layer to what you're saying, which I completely agree with.
Go ahead, AJ. Sorry about that.
Greeny, is there any chance you think that this deal falls through and he doesn't come to the New York Jets? Can you even take yourself there to think that that's a possibility?
Oh, dude,
no. I mean, I refuse to acknowledge that as a possibility. And I just think at the end of the day, everyone wants it. I think the Packers want him to go, the Jets want him to come, Rodgers wants to go there. So everyone's interests are aligned. I think it's just a question of the timing, but I do not think in the end that it falls through complete. I think if I were to put the chances of, I can't say zero, but I would put them at, less than 1% chance of that happening.
Well, and they can put them as a post-June 1 designation. Yes. That has been done in the past, which you were referring to earlier. I believe Ty Schmidt has a question for you, Greeny.
I do, yeah. Not everyone's happy about this, Greeny, so let's pump the brakes right now. Okay, I know you have the rose-colored tint in your glasses because he's coming to your team, but some of us are really fucking hurting over here, okay? But in terms of if this is going to happen, I think we're all on the same page that it is going to happen at some point. Where does this rank in comparison to, say, like your Northwestern Wildcats go on a run to the Elite Eight this year?
That's a tough one. I mean, if you're giving me those two options, look, there is an allegiance that a person has to their alma mater. That school has been so good to me. There's a different kind of specialness, and those are kids. You get to know these kids And when you get to be my age, which all of you will eventually someday,
hopefully,
you view these 19 and 20-year-old kids so differently. I mean, I have kids at that school. My daughter is older than most of the players on that team. So, like, I would just be so happy for them. With Rodgers coming to the Jets, I'm so happy for me. And that's different. And look, let's face it, you guys know me. I'm much more concerned about me than I am anybody else. So I guess I'll say that this is bigger, but it is. And can I just say one other thing to Ty Schmidt about this? Because you're upset about this, obviously, as a Packer fan, and I get it. But I would like to state that I am kind of mad at the Jet fans. I can't begin to tell you how much trepidation, what negativity I'm hearing from fans of the Jets. Oh, my God.
I have not heard any of that.
Yeah, not good. Not all good. I will show you go to my tweet.
What's the alternative?
Go to the Jet. Well, that's
sucking.
Not only is the alternative way, way, way worse, this is, I don't curse on the air, all right? And I don't care what channel we're on here on YouTube. This is Aaron freaking Rodgers we are talking about. He has come to the Jets. He immediately becomes the best player the New York Jets have ever had. He's not he's never going to be the greatest Jet of all time. He's going to retire as a Packer. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame as a Packer. And Joe Namath will always be number 12 as a Jet. That's fine. But the idea, Joe Namath has given his blessing to Aaron wearing the number 12. And I got Jet fans tweeting at me, Greeny, if they give him 12, I'm not rooting for them anymore. Well, shut up. What are you talking about? How did that become important to you if it's not important to Joe? We have tried everything else for 50 years, and we suck. We drafted quarterbacks in the top 3 twice in the last 5 years. One of them is bad, and the other one is literally the worst player ever. So you're not willing to try Aaron Rodgers because there's a potential downside to it? I'll take the one that has an upside that possibly winds up in the Super Bowl. We could have signed Derek Carr or Jimmy Garoppolo, and we probably would have gone 10-7. And then in January, we'd wind up against Kansas City or Cincinnati or one of these guys with a stud. How do you say it? A dog. A dog. And we don't have. Well, now we got one. We walk into that building with a guy who thinks and has reason to think he's the best quarterback in that game, and every one of his teammates thinks that as well. So I'm down on the Jet fans who are deciding this is a bad idea. I don't understand where the hell they're coming from.
Hey, Greeny, you're a freaking dog, dude.
I am.
That was an incredible promo, bro.
Yeah, and that was by my standards, that was pretty profane.
It sounded. We were disgusted.
Yeah, gross.
As soon as we heard freaking come out, we're like, Greeny,
might get taken
not
down.
Not you, Greeny. Not you. Anybody but you, Greeny. Mm-hmm. You did think fucking, though, when you were saying that? Like in your head?
Yes. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, I
did. Okay, just want to clear that up. Pac-Man has a question for you.
Hey, Greeny, 2 questions. Do you think Aaron Rodgers will wear 12? And secondly, where do y'all rank in the division now? We've had this conversation.
So I would say yes, I think he'll wear 12. Again,
I don't know,
in case
bro.
you guys haven't
Hold on.
seen
What you just said there, you said that Joe Namath will always be 12 here and everything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he sidestepped it yesterday when Connor asked him about it. He said, this is just to let people know where we're at and everything like that. I'll get to that later. And we said, Connor.
How could you?
How could you ask that question on this day? You know, we had to babyface it a little bit. But Pac asked a great question there. Do you think it'll be a decision he'll make? Is it that big? Like 12 is Namath, here we go. This is because he want to kind of be his own.
Yeah.
He's the greatest legend. Joe Namath is our. Well, so you guys, the Packers have so many people, right? The Packers have Bart Starr, and they have Brett Favre, and they have Don Hudson. We have Joe Namath. That's all we have. So, like, Namath is 12, and that's it. And he's still alive, and he's doing great, and he's sort of omnipresent. He's still around the team. So everybody loves him. In fact, I think his being alive is an important part of this. If Joe Namath was dead, then I could see it feeling different that Rodgers, it would almost feel like he's taking his number. With Namath giving it his blessing, then to me, it could almost be like honoring Joe Namath and you know, one of the legends of the league. Now, look, if Rodgers doesn't want to wear it, I don't care what number he wears. If it doesn't matter to him, it doesn't matter to me. If he wants to wear a different number, that's certainly fine with me. I'm just saying if he wants to wear the number 12 and Namath doesn't have any problem with him wearing the number 12, I don't know why anyone else would have a problem with him wearing the number 12. So, Adam, Pac-Man, my answer to your question is, do I think he'll wear it? I think he'll wear it if he wants to. I hope he'll wear it if he wants to, and I hope he won't feel like he shouldn't. And he doesn't seem like a guy who gives a darn about that.
Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot!
That one up. Clean that up. I've been on regular TV a really long time, McAfee. I can't go where you can go here on YouTube.
No big deal.
The second question, was where do we rank in the division? I think we're the best team in the division. I genuinely do. I think the Jets are the best team in the division. I think if Rodgers is 80% of what he was 2 years ago, what I'm banking on is look, last year, by anyone's estimation, I assume including his, he did not have a great year. And I believe he broke his thumb against the Giants in week 5 or 6 or whatever game it was that they were in London. And his hand was just never the same again for the rest of the year. He also didn't have the same kind of rapport built up with those young receivers, and which is why I think you saw it get better and better as the season went on. I'm counting on the fact that what we're going to get is Rodgers, who's much closer to the player that he was 2 years ago than the one he was last season. If that is the case, this will be the best defense he's played with since the team that won the Super Bowl in 2010. The Jets defense is genuinely excellent. I believe Garrett Wilson, he will turn Garrett Wilson into Devontae. Garrett Wilson is that good. They have Breece Hall. He's that good. I'm telling you right now. Who is yelling "oh"?
This whole side of the state. That whole side.
Garrett Wilson. My prediction: if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback of the Jets this coming season, assuming nothing catastrophic happens, Garrett Wilson will put up numbers. Go find Devontae Adams' numbers from his last year together with Rodgers. And I predict that Garrett Wilson will put up numbers that look just like that. He's that good.
Favre never played with Devontae Adams. We would like to get that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say, obviously, I meant to say Aaron.
In stone.
But we need to make sure we correct that. We need to correct that.
I don't want to get sued.
Whoa!
Walking a fine line.
Can't have that.
Whoa!
And they have a running back named Breece Hall, who was a stud until he got hurt last year. Actually, he played his best game was the game against Green Bay. And we have other good running backs. They have to remake that line. That's why. See, I think the fight over the trade is about the 13th pick in the draft. The first, what they're probably going back and forth on is the Jets are trying not to trade this year's first round pick, which is number 13, and the Packers want it, and I don't blame them for wanting it. But I have already started months ago preparing for this year's draft, which I host for ESPN, and I can tell you right now, right around 11 is when I think we should expect a run of offensive linemen. There are a bunch of good offensive linemen, so 13 should be right in the area. What the Jets desperately need is to build an offensive line in front of a quarterback who will be almost 40 years old. And they have a few players coming back from injury, but they need more. So I don't know what they're going to do about that in free agency, if anything, but I definitely think the plan would be to draft an offensive lineman, specifically a tackle, at 13, and that, I think, is why they're trying so hard not to give up that pick.
I thought the offensive line was okay when they were healthy, right? Didn't they get injured?
Yeah.
2 players got injured. Because I remember Breece Hall, who I thought you were going to say was a stinking dog. Instead, you said he was a stud. When I heard this come, I was like, stinking's coming out. You know what I mean? I thought it was going like that. Breece Hall had like 40-yard runs every single week.
Unbelievable.
Right? Isn't that what
he's great. Yes, he's genuinely great. He's a really talented player. He was someone I was sure was going to go in the first round, and the Jets traded up to get him with, I believe, the second or third pick of the second round. It was a tremendous – the Jets had an unbelievable draft.
Which is why they probably don't want to give up any picks either. They value their picks. They do well at it. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Greeny, I'm glad you said that about the Jets fans on Twitter because they're all fucking marks, and I just want that to be known. So.
He's a Patriots fan, obviously.
Yeah, but, I mean, it feels great coming from the face of the New York Jets fan base, Greeny. In your opinion –
Fireman Ed.
Well, he quit on the team.
That's
Gary
the thing.
Do you guys have a meeting?
You, Gary.
And the Fireman Ed?
Oh, with Fireman, I mean, with the Jet fans? No, I mean, I've known Eddie Anzalone for years. Everyone around the Jets has known him. I used to say, so my dad and I, look, I grew up at Shea Stadium, which no longer exists, But my dad and I sat all the way upstairs. We sat as far away from the field as just about as far as you could possibly be. And my dad always said, a real fan stays till the end of the game no matter what. Now, this is the mid-'70s. The Jets didn't make the playoffs for 11 or 12 years in a row. We were terrible every year. And Oakland would be beating us 32-6 with 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter in December when it's 8 degrees outside.
Little breezy.
And my dad would always say, we're not leaving. We're sitting right here till the end of this game. So my Jet fan credentials are very much well in order. So those guys, Gary, and look, the Jets have a lot of famous fans. Larry David is a crazy Jet fan. Adam Sandler is a crazy Jet fan. Kevin James is a crazy Jet fan.
The King of Queens?
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
Pretty safe bet. You know who was oh my God, his real name just jumped out of my head.
No, that's Steelers.
From The Sopranos.
Gandolfini.
The star of The Sopranos. James Gandolfini
Jamie.
was a huge Jet fan. So, the Jets have a lot of fame. Look, when you're a New York team, you're going to have a lot of famous fans.
So many people. Greeny, so many people over there. I mean, just so many humans. Just in general,
New York?
In the area. And, Giants have had success. You guys haven't been on prime time since 2012 or something. I think I just saw a stat, a tweet or whatever. You guys haven't been on there. That's 11 years. That's a New York market.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many fucking humans that are just Jets fans just because they grew up in the area that is, I don't want to be a person that judges what's populated or overpopulated, but that area, so many fucking humans over there.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
The apartment complex I grew up in has more people than Green Bay, Wisconsin. So, I mean, New York is a very, very large place. But here's what I'll say. The Jets are definitively the second team in town. The Giants are an original franchise. The Giants, like the Packers and the Bears, and some of the others, go back to the beginning. They have generations and generations of fans. The Jets were an American Football League team. They came along much later. They don't have anywhere near the same passionate fan base. What the Jets need in order to capture this market for a period of time is they need a person that everyone gets excited about. The last person who did that for us, candidly, was Rex Ryan, who you got to know a little bit, Pat, when you were with us on Get Up. He's such a good guy. But because of his huge personality, the Jets owned the town when Rex was there, not just because we were winning, which we were, but also because he just got people excited about it. I think Rodgers will do that. Rodgers becomes the biggest star in New York sports the minute he becomes a Jet. I think in town, baseball is so big here. The Yankees are so big here. Aaron Judge is probably within New York, will be somewhat equal to Rodgers. But in terms of national notoriety or whatever it is, Aaron Rodgers is by far the biggest star that we have in New York sports the minute that trade goes through.
What a line there. Best team in the division. How you doing? Keep it moving. And biggest star. I think that obviously, I think you said, I want to play for the Jets. I want to play in New York.
Yeah, he did.
Like you said, I want to play in. Could you imagine Aaron Rodgers being the king of New York City, dude? Just this hippie football player that is a stallion who, has his public differences with a lot of,
a lot of people.
The owner of the team potentially in there and how things were said about him. Then he goes in there and wins some football games. They're like, where's the lighter? Give me that Vax card.
Yeah.
I will like that. I mean, it's a different, I know the Packers fans are very deep. Like I know everywhere it's a historic franchise, but like those Jets fans in the place in which you are popular, pretty powerful place to be popular. Like New York is a city that you have a lot of connections potentially in. He's jumping right into that. And he's almost 40. Could you imagine what this could do for like the rest of his life? I'm thinking about that as well, Greeny, if there's success.
Yeah, look, I think there's that.
Not that he needs it. Not that he needs it.
A guy like Aaron Rodgers, he will be able to sort of choose whatever he wants his life to be from this point, for whatever day he stops playing football forward. And he's one of 0.01% of football players who can say that. What I do think is, and look, AJ, you know him well, and Patrick, you obviously know him too. I don't. I've met him like twice, but I don't know him.
He didn't dunk on you yesterday. He dunked on he dunked on Shefty. He didn't dunk on you.
I hope he likes me. I hope he's welcome to come over anytime he wants once he gets here. We did one event together one time at the Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut. He couldn't have been nicer to me and to all of the fans there, but I don't know him, and that's not the point. The point is, I feel like he's a person who to whom his legacy as a football player is very important. And I think that right now his legacy is he's one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever lived. But there are a few boxes that are not checked off on that. To watch him, to the eye test, I think he's the best player I ever saw play the position when he was at his best. No, I don't think anyone ever played it better. But you can't dispute, I mean, some things which are tangible, winning more games, winning more championships, that kind of stuff.
Team sport.
I think if he comes to New York, takes a franchise that has not won a championship since 1969, January 12th, 1969 is the last time the only time the Jets won the Super Bowl.
Massive.
If he wins a title here, then I do think that, I mean, anywhere he won his second was going to be, I think, significant. But doing it with a historically downtrodden franchise like this, I do think it actually makes a difference to how he is perceived historically. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong. From a distance, my sense of it is that does matter to him.
AJ?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm sure he wants his legacy to, I guess, be as positive as it can be. But he definitely, I would imagine, is aware. Hey, if I can go to New York and win a Super Bowl for the Jets, for guys like Greeny that have been so hungry for it since 1969, yeah, that kind of elevates it a lot.
Where's the parade there after the Super Bowl? Is that Times Square? Is that New Jersey? Where are we at?
No. It's a place called the Canyon of Heroes. Now I think actually I'm trying to think where we had it. It's downtown. It's like Wall Street. It's the Wall Street area. They call it the
Canyon of Heroes.
That's what they call it. Yeah, that's the name of it.
Shit.
They have the ticker tape parades.
Cool.
It's the home. Look, I mean, all the famous ticker tape parades that you've seen historically, from John Glenn to to Yankees, everyone from Babe Ruth to Derek Jeter. That's
Macy's
where they always have
stuff?
the parades. I'm trying to no, Macy's is further uptown. This is down like by Wall Street.
Oh, down in the Pier District down there where you are. There's right?
Much closer to where our studios are, yes.
Beautiful part of town down there.
Gorgeous.
It is a nice part of town.
Right
It's
on the
very
river.
different than every other part, it feels like.
But I'm trying to remember now. You make an interesting point. When the Giants won, was the parade, do they do anything in New Jersey? Because, I mean, as you guys know, the stadium is in New Jersey, and the people in New Jersey are very sensitive to the idea that they're not just a New York team. If you guys recall when the Super Bowl was here, it was the New York, New Jersey Super Bowl, and they did a bunch of stuff in New Jersey because they were sensitive to upsetting the people in New Jersey. So I don't, now that I think about it, I don't remember where the Giants Super Bowl parades were. They've had one as recently as 2011, whatever year that was that they won it. So hopefully the parade would be here in Manhattan.
I do love just how matter of fact you were, and it hasn't happened since 1969. Like, obviously it'd be the Canyon of Heroes, dude.
Duh.
Right down right down Broadway. We got some photos of it. It looks like a perfect place to do a parade. We brought it up. Literally, the name of Broadway is the Canyon. Do we still have it?
There it is.
Boom. Is that it right there?
That's it. Yes, absolutely.
Going through golf.
They call it the Canyon of Heroes. That's your classic ticker tape parade. What you're seeing on the sides, those buildings are Wall Street buildings. Those are all finance people's, bankers, etc. And they shred paper. They shred paper and they throw it out the window. That's literally what you're seeing there. So that's where the ticker tape, they would shred, I think in the old days, things would come across on a ticker, on a ticker tape. They would shred that paper and they would throw it out the windows. And I think that's where the name came from. I'm not positive, but they call it ticker tape parades. And that's where you've seen every parade. When the U.S. women's soccer team won the World Cup, they had that there a couple of years ago. When, when the Yankees win the World Series, which they used to do all the time, and now not so much. It just is what it is. And in my childhood, they won a lot. Not so much lately.
Are you Mets or Yankees? Are you Mets or Yankees?
I root for the Yankees. I'm that rare. In New York, most fans are Jets, Mets, or Yankees, Giants. But in my case, I'll tell you a quick story of how I got to be. My father grew up in the Bronx and was a crazy Yankee fan all of his life. He dedicated his first book to Joe DiMaggio. He lived and died with the Yankees. And in those days, when he graduated from college, you couldn't get Giant season tickets. Much as, is there still a long waiting list for Packers season
50
tickets?
years. 50
years. So there was a similar type of thing with Giant tickets. I don't think it was 50 years, but it was some very long period of time. So when the New York Titans, as they were originally called, came along in 1960, my dad bought tickets. He said, "Oh, here's a football team. I'll go see them." And then he married my mother, and as my mother will tell the story, in 1965 they drafted Joe Namath, and that was it. They became the biggest Jet fans in the world, and so I was born into that. So I was born Yankees, Jets, which in New York is not the usual combination.
Yeah, and I assume people are going to call you a bandwagon over the next couple years because Aaron Judge got $500 million or whatever, and Aaron Rodgers is about to be there. But you need to enjoy these times, Greeny, because we enjoy you, pal.
Yeah.
Just make this happen. AJ, just figure, I don't care how. Just do whatever you have to do, but make this happen.
Got it. I'm on it. I'm on it, Greeny. Don't worry.
Well, you did invite him over to the house again. AJ will be the first one to tell Aaron that. Hey, Greeny.
Anytime. You're all invited. I want the entire McAfee. First of all, you're all aware that this is now 2 appearances on my wife's favorite show that I've made this week. This is my wife's favorite show, including all 4 that I host. Okay. She likes this show better than any show that I'm the host of. 100% true story. She's over here laughing right now, and she, but it's true. So you are all invited, literally all of you. And Pat, Samantha, all your animals are very much invited. She very much enjoys all of the dog posts and everything else. Every single day I come home having hosted 4 hours worth of live broadcasting, and she will tell me, "Oh, did you see what Pat did today? Did you see what McAfee did today?" And she's showing me clips on all of the Instagram. I know more about what's going on with you than I know about what's going on with me.
Well, I want to let you know, we all watch your show, if that means anything. And we love your show every single day. 4 hours every day would not be easy. Shout out to you still doing that at the age in which you're still doing that with the resume that you have. And please tell your wife, Stacy, that we say we appreciate the hell out of that.
Love you, Stacy.
I met her.
They'll love that.
My wife and I met her sister whenever we were out in Hawaii. Twins.
Correct.
Twins. So sitting at restaurant that we were at, okay, table right next to us.
Yeah.
Me and Sam, couple different times. All right. That looks right.
No way.
Because we've only met you guys in person a couple different times, right? So it's very much an internet relationship that's taking place. And then we found out, boom, it was her sister. Everybody's so kind.
Yeah, they're identical twins. They look exactly alike. Actually, Sean texted Stace and said, I think Pat McAfee and his wife, her husband recognized you immediately and said, Pat McAfee and his wife are sitting right next to us. And Stace immediately said, go say hello, go say hello. So that's why she came and disturbed you while you were on this vacation in which you seemed to be golfing in very unusual clothing. I don't know. You guys seem to have quite the time out there in Hawaii.
There was a lot of good vitamins out there, I will say. You know, I had a good time. Joe Montana was out there.
Wow.
I mean, it was an incredible trip. I had a blast. It was very nice meeting her. We can't wait to see you guys again. So you have enough space for all of us in New York?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. We'll make it work.
Oh, Greeny, hey.
You do well.
Greeny.
Holy shit.
Okay. Square footage. We're proud of you. You deserve it all. We appreciate you. Have a great one, ladies and gentlemen. Mike.
Thank you, fellas.
His book, still pre-order available. I believe it doesn't come out until April officially. While that conversation was happening with Mike Greenberg, which we appreciate and fucking love, I'm a big fan of that guy.
He's the best.
Did you hear those promos he was cutting?
Unbelievable. Wonder how he feels about Fireman Ed ditching the Jets after he stayed in the stands all the
Ed Anzalone?
I'm sure there was a conversation amongst the fans about what happened.
Yeah, Ed, you can't disappear for 8 years.
No, but they appreciated him taking a stand.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I assume. Maybe not.
I doubt it.
Through thick and thin.
Yeah,
blood.
from what Greeny's dad
thicker
was
than
about.
water.
Speaking of thick and thin, 66-63, Maryland is up all of a sudden with 47 seconds left, and they're reviewing something that we were not paying attention to because we were talking to Mike fucking Greenberg. AJ, have you seen this? We're down 3, less than a minute. What happened?
I've seen a little bit as it goes on, but yeah, I know they're reviewing a call, and I do not.
That was ball.
Bob Huggins' way.
No, they're reviewing if it's out on Maryland. They're reviewing if it's out on Maryland or West Virginia.
No foul.
Virginia.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I know the answer to it.
Oh, come on. We're watching.
Tell me, AJ.
That's not.
This is part of the madness. Is it madness if you know what's happening beforehand? No, it's premeditated.
What the hell?
Hey, we talked about it last year, I believe, and you probably talked about it this year. Why do they use this dumb rubber ball where you can't make any shots?
Basketball?
What?
They started doing it last year, this bright orange ball that looks like it's a rubber outdoor ball. I remember last year it was a big deal.
Oh, yeah, we asked them, why are we changing at the biggest time of year?
Yeah.
Why are we changing the ball that we're using?
Good defense.
Because that's a whole different ball. Come on, can't happen.
No.
Can't happen, boys. Slap the fucking wood.
They call timeout.
That was good defense.
That is a backbreaker.
Come on.
You got to box out.
What, AJ?
Thought Mountaineers get it done.
How about him going, I already know it's not good for you guys. He's
I'm at
probably already at
commercial
this full timeout offensive
You're a
rebound.
fucking prick.
He's already back. He's already back to the action.
Don't tell us, AJ. And we need you not making faces either, like last year.
Yeah.
I picked West Virginia, bud. I need them to win.
Yeah, and that's why you would go, ugh, like you did last year.
Exactly.
Who are we talking to? Was it Poyer?
Yes.
I think it might have been.
I believe so.
Was that last year or 2 years ago?
It was.
There was a game winner. That,
yeah.
Might have been the first time he was on the show.
As Poyer was talking, and I glanced at the TV, I was like, oh, no, we're not doing this to Poyer.
Had flashbacks. Yeah.
I didn't remember if it was Poyer or somebody else, but there was a West Virginia game on that I don't know. I don't remember if we won. We probably won because it's Huggins.
Yeah, you won, but it was for them to not cover.
Yes.
That's
it was
what
like
happened.
a buzzer beater.
To not cover.
It was like a happy, but like, oh, come on, situation. And we were on the screen still live. And it could have appeared incredibly disrespectful, but it didn't mean to be. I was listening.
Not at all.
No.
I was listening. Pat, you been watching what the fuck going on down here? 66, 63.
Hey, can we box out for Christ's
Yeah,
sake?
can we just
Crash
grab
the
a
boards,
board?
maybe?
Come on, I can't fucking
It's travel.
Yeah, you got
Oh, he called a foul.
Oh,
Jeez.
my.
Travel.
Okay.
Can't do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good
Why don't you
defense.
dribble the ball? Young?
Good
Huh?
call.
Cheating. These guys are trying to cheat the whole time.
He was quick too.
Look, they said, I'm not going to dribble.
picked up
I'm
his
just going to
pivot
run
foot.
around.
Yes.
Can't do that, Pack.
Can't do it.
An
Come on,
offensive
man.
foul,
We need this
too.
3. We want to go overtime.
We want
go.
3 with a foul. You know what I mean? 3 with a foul.
Furman also
We
up
want
1
overtime.
with a minute 45 left.
Yeah, we want overtime.
I got him at 2.5.
Howard is pushing
Me too.
number 1 K.
I got a money line. I
got
don't
him
know what you
straight
guys are
up.
thinking. This is March Madness, bro. You guys are taking 2.5 points. That's bananas.
No.
Here we go. Here we kick it.
Big tall guy. Who's this guy?
he traveled, too.
No, he didn't. He stuck his foot in the ground plant.
And one.
Oh!
And
Oh, fuck.
They didn't call it. All right.
Timeout, West Virginia.
8.4 seconds. That's unbelievable.
You got a foul, extend the game.
Yeah,
That's right.
You got a foul, a couple free throws, and a chance at a 3.
I cannot believe this guy is going to miss his first free throw, and then we're going right back the other way. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're about to win.
AJ, don't give it away.
I won't. I won't. I'm on commercial still, just like you.
See,
Oh, I'm
you're
back.
already.
Yeah.
I'm back.
You're already back.
Shut your mouth.
Get him
Close your
off.
eyes.
We need you not to look up. Look at the camera, please. Can't have it happen,
Stare
bro.
at the camera.
Okay, I'm right here.
There you go.
Thank you. People are going to meme that as you like a serial killer.
Yeah.
You kind of look like one.
Wow.
You got a lot of Voldemort in you.
Hey,
Who's that?
No big deal.
Oh, that commercial reminded me. Should I take my money out of Credit Suisse? Or
What is this? Why do you zoom me out?
Yeah, shrink him to nothing.
there's no reason for. Oh, so we can't see
I
his
love it.
We
reaction.
can't see him.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
They're still rummaging around, chatting.
Okay, so we got
I'll
to get
mute
30
him.
seconds. Let's talk about some things. Ezekiel Elliott, he is currently a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
He was linked to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a little bit yesterday on the internet because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need a running back. They signed Chase Edmonds,
Yep.
formerly of Arizona,
Miami.
Denver,
Yep.
Yes.
and then now he is with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If he's going to play like we've seen, Alex Ruoff right there, Mountaineer, great on the outside, bald head with the thing.
Hell yeah.
Great basketball player, same class as me. If Chase Edmonds can play football like we all assume, I think it's been a couple interesting situations for him. That'd be a good sign. But Zeke's still available out there. He's going to a winner? Is that what we're thinking? He's just going, he's picking.
What's
There he is.
what's Joe Mixon's situation like? Wouldn't Cincinnati make sense?
Ooh, that's a good question.
He put out a statement today. I didn't read it.
Who?
Joe Mixon did.
Okay, because with
P. Ryan.
yeah, P. Ryan.
P. Ryan gone.
We went to Denver.
Yep.
Boom. What's
Samaji.
Samaji P. Ryan?
Yeah. Zeke makes a lot of sense in Kansas City with a young running back Pacheco.
What do you think, Pack?
I don't know if Zeke fit Cincinnati if Joe is there. If Joe is not there, I think Zeke do fit Cincinnati.
How come? Well, you think not enough balls?
Well, I'm just saying, yeah, it's not enough balls. If
Big physical backs too.
yeah, they're both the same kind of back.
Got it. What do you think happens with Joe Mixon?
I don't know. I was looking at the contract. They save more money by cap if they cut him June 1st. I think we was
Yeah,
looking
that's
at.
a June 1 thing.
It splits.
I don't know.
But that's not even real.
We work
though.
it. If they want to keep him, I think that we work the deal. Agent friendly, I think $5 to $8 million is a good deal.
AJ, how about that? Like, just as soon as you look at a contract, you're like, well, that guy's getting cut. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That guy's getting cut for sure. That's the way it goes. Zeke back in Ohio, though, if that was the case.
Yeah.
Huh?
Makes sense. Yeah,
Love
they would
him.
love him. Yeah, and if he could, yeah. If he's only what? How old is he now? 27, 26?
Dude, I have no idea. The way people talk
So
about
young.
running backs, it's
Yeah.
like he's 74.
Yeah.
That guy is 74 years of age.
Also in Ohio, Cleveland, because they don't have Kareem Hunt anymore. He's also a free agent.
Chubb, though,
Yeah.
27. Chubb is a fucking. Why would you want anybody else
Yeah.
other than Chubb touching
Right.
the ball?
Right.
Did you agree with that?
Yes, Chubb is a dog.
Out of Georgia, right?
Yes.
Track guy.
Well, and that's kind of what happened, like, what was it, 2 years ago when they made their playoff run? Like, Chubb would get hot, but because they had Kareem Hunt, like, all of a sudden, he'd be absent on, like, 2 to 3 series, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing this? It's the second quarter, this guy has 80 rushing yards already.
Yeah, I think he's probably pretty pumped to maybe get the lion's share of the ball. Deshaun Watson started playing football good at the end of the year. They missed. 3 wins it for West Virginia. 3 wins it. Start the madness, boys.
Oh, no.
We lost.
Damn it.
That looked good.
That kid more time.
Did I thought I was going to get a jump on my game winner.
Furman
Yeah.
is down 3 all of a sudden. Fucker.
That was a big one.
Do you have them winning it all, Pat?
What's that, pal?
You have West Virginia winning the whole thing?
No, but I had a hefty-sized gambling bet on them to win this game.
Good season, boys.
Fuck.
I mean, he was off and short.
Good season.
He was drifting there while he was running.
Yeah, why
That's a
why
tough
didn't he
shot.
pass the ball?
That was a terrible outlet pass, too.
Terrible.
We had 4.7 seconds. What do you fucking want from the boys?
Good outlet pass, and then boom, you swing it down the sideline to the corner.
Another one.
Ray Allen type.
Bingo.
Exactly.
Game.
Maryland's really happy.
Howard's putting up a great fight against Kansas.
That's a bummer. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, first round. Take me home, country road. That was tough. End of the season, just like that.
Sad.
Maryland, that's an old rival. That's an
Yeah.
old border rival.
Uh-huh.
Back in the day.
Mason Dixon.
Hey, we lost there.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
That's right.
Amen.
Especially this time of year.
That's right.
It does happen
we
a
just
lot.
said it.
This time of year. Easy come, easy go, March Madness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, AJ?
That's crazy.
It's how you respond. It's how you get back up off the horse.
Well, got a long time to see how the horse is running.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Lots of time.
off season just started.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Gonna need you, Huggy.
Huggy will get the boys ready.
Sure.
Need to go out and get
Okay,
some
though.
recruits.
Because they would have got beat by probably like 40 in the next round anyway.
Alabama?
Yeah.
We got what Alabama don't want.
What's that?
Maryland was just a matchup nightmare for us, weren't they?
Bad matchup.
Bad matchup early. We know everything about college basketball. All right, we move on. Hey, good flex though, bye, boys.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats to Maryland. You guys played a lot better than we thought.
Good season, Turtle.
Sportsbook said you guys as underdogs. They thought you stunk too. Just
Yeah.
want to let you know that. Not just us, please.
Nope. By 2.5 points?
Turds.
All right.
Turds.
It's real tough.
Got to find another team. Oh, Texas. We're going to win.
Yeah.
I'm the coach
There
of
you
the
go.
team.
You're back.
Hook 'em.
I'm coach of the team.
Hook 'em.
I'm actually coach of the team. Motivated that team this season.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they think back to my words
Yeah.
whenever they're in a moment
I assume so.
of adversity.
Right now, they definitely are.
Definitely. They do.
Hey,
They've
boys.
never told me that. Nobody has ever said that from the team.
You can assume, though.
Yeah.
But I
I'd
assume
say.
there's
I
moments.
think I've heard it. I've read it out there.
Hey, that team's built for the moment too, aren't they? That
Oh, yeah.
team.
Yeah. They're,
Just like we thought the West Virginia team was.
Right.
they're definitely saying 4 or 5 games here, boys. We got a whole new NIL coming in.
Boom.
That's what they're saying.
I made a promise in there.
That's right.
Pretty expensive.
Yeah.
It was just in the moment. Oh, I'll give everybody money.
What about the GAs?
Oh, you guys will do a little bit too. Oh, this is awesome. All right, see you guys. All right, see you guys. And then walking out of there. How many players are on that team?
Wait, fuck.
That's a lot of money.
Like
25
Scott's
people.
tots. Like Michael Scott promising scholarships for a whole class.
Yeah, you can get them laptop batteries.
Yeah, I told Phil about it. He was like, oh, great. Yeah, you just willy-nilly give away $2,500 to people. And then this one, a little bit larger, don't you say? I'm like, well, the NIL, they wouldn't. National. One team does that. I mean, the boys are good at basketball, though.
They are
Yeah.
a lot of talent.
They're ready to go.
Dude, they're dogs.
Mm-hmm. Colgate's a fucking tough bunch, though.
Well, Brock Cunningham's got something for them.
We don't have the channel on, but Furman just hit an all-time buzzer beater.
What? To win?
2.2 seconds left. They were up by 1.
Let's go, Furman. We heard they could put the ball in the basket.
Bingo.
So they beat Virginia?
2.2 left.
They might have a chance, though.
Well, my bracket's fucked.
Wow. There it is. March Madness season. Man, no chance of you winning the 25K.
Got Furman in the fucking Sweet 16.
We told you yesterday, dude. I told everybody. Everybody's competing for second place for that bracket bonanza. I filled that thing out this morning.
Yeah, but you had WVU.
I heard all the
So, sorry. Busted.
I did have them a long way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They were so close. They were up 13. Bro. That's March Madness.
That's madness, baby.
Hey, that's the madness of March.
It's not college basketball.
Game of runs. Game of runs.
Virginia's about to lose to a school that I couldn't tell you what state it's in. Give me a map.
Tennessee, right?
Furman?
I thought it was North Carolina.
I don't know.
Bingo.
North Carolina, Tennessee.
Couldn't even guess. And we're like, those boys can play.
Definitely east of the Mississippi.
Just strictly because Reese Davis goes, hey, this Furman team, like we just take it, that might be a high school. We have no idea.
Yeah,
You
no
could just
clue.
say a fake school and be like, they can put the ball in the basket now. It's
South
like,
Carolina.
of course.
Thought it was Carolina.
Hey, Furman down there? South Carolina?
And Furman shooting basketball.
They can put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah.
There was another team that won that said, we want Purdue to hear this. Remember that?
That's right.
Oh, yeah,
It was Farley Dickinson.
Yeah, they got dogs.
Okay, so we start staring at a map and we go Farley Dickinson. That's in obviously the state of Ohio.
Oh, I don't know. I was going to say Northeast.
Nope.
I was going to say
I was thinking
Kansas.
Tennessee, somewhere around there.
Tennessee could be.
This is our problem. We're betting good money on we don't even know where these fucking schools are.
Virginia.
Nope. Oh, yeah, Dickinson. It might be in Virginia.
It's in New Jersey.
Bam.
Boom.
We had no idea. I like the New Jersey Dogs, though. I mean, that was just like last year, the kid with the mustache.
St. Peter's.
Yeah.
That was
Peacock.
That was in New Jersey, right?
Yeah, you got to let
Doug
him
Eater.
fly.
He averaged 3 points this year.
What happened?
Good player. He transferred where?
To Duke.
What, the ball got smaller? What, the hoop got smaller?
No,
What?
he also didn't average very many points last year until the tournament. Just a fucking
Yeah, he's a
perfect.
big-time player.
Dude, he should have got to a team that was definitely going to make the tournament so that whenever the lights came on, Doug could come out.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Texas.
Furman just won, by the way.
Furman!
go.
Thank you, Reese Davis. Woo! Hell yeah, Reese Davis.
Big win.
Shout out to Reese Davis's big brain.
Yeah. He knows.
He should feel good about that.
Reese follows it. Reese knows he like how he just rattles off college basketball stuff. I'm like, dang, man.
He follows it all. Like all college sports college football, college basketball.
Yes.
There's obviously other very important sports that I am a massive fan of. The West Virginia rifle team, that's who we need front lines.
Cream of the crop.
Actually, not front lines. They should be behind.
Right.
Because they are national champions. But Reese Davis is like the face of a show that covers both college football and college basketball at the highest level. So he has to know everything about everything almost.
Yeah.
That's an interesting gig that he has. Interesting gig, AJ.
I mean, it's a cool gig. You know, most people would love to, I guess, cover sports like that, but it's a lot of pressure on him too. Like he can't miss anything. I feel like, especially being the host of all of it.
He comes on this show and just delivers dud, 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 dud.
Yeah.
That's tough. He comes on and says, Furman can put the ball in the basket.
Good team.
Telling you they're a good team. And then it hits, it's like, all right, that's why Reese
knows.
That's why Reese is
He knows.
Reese Davis.
You got to follow him now.
Just like when this guy
Yes.
would bat 1,000 on the Doppler.
Joe.
Well said.
Old Joe.
You knew it. You knew, like, okay, got to trust what this guy says.
Yep.
I wish this
Love you, Joe.
Paisano right here, Joe Navarro, was still around today.
Me too.
Because with what's going on right now, with the Doppler readings,
Yeah.
and we got this coming, then it doesn't, and then all of a sudden we got a knuckleball somehow coming at us, Donato would have been years ahead of the game.
Joe was a fucking shark come tournament time, too. He always had winners.
When push came to shove, Joe said it would.
Yeah.
That's right.
Silicon Valley Bank, he would have stopped it because he would have saw it coming.
I don't know if that's the Doppler he knows. I don't
He
know.
would have
He would have adapted.
He would have warned us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Miss you,
You, Joe.
Hell yeah. I just
Joe.
kind of slapped him in the face there, but I meant to just tap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tap
he
up.
get it.
Yeah.
Say, hey.
Yeah. Squeeze his cheeks.
You know what I mean? Hell yeah, Joe. All right, let's do a couple phone calls and get the fuck out of here. And then Pac-Man's going to win some people some money.
Hell yeah.
3 o'clock still?
What's that, pal?
Yeah.
3 o'clock.
Oh, shit. I completely forgot about that because it
Darius
happened in the
Slay.
middle.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a 5-minute break. Darius Slay will be on the other side.
Here we go.
Hell yeah, Pac.
Boy, Pac-Man.
That was very cool of you.
Hey,
I came out of nowhere.
Come on, man.
What was that? Bang, bang. What was he just doing there?
Oh, stretching.
Getting a little
No,
tired.
you were yawning.
Yeah,
stretching.
looks like you're yawning.
Stretch. Good stretch.
Connor doesn't know if Pac
With a
got
dip
the
in
juice.
I was just gonna say, Pat, on this next break before Slay was gonna be Pac-Man. That's one of your best shows. And he's over here yawning.
I was stretching. No, have a good little ride.
Listen,
Always.
Guy can't scratch.
guy has a strategy.
No, he
Always
can't.
juiced up, bro.
If he's doing that while yawning, no, he can't.
And I know that stings to hear you
right.
point out that he's
Yes.
yawning there in Pac's house because Pac got the juice, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Always, bro.
I'm not seeing it, and I'm not feeling it. So,
Dude, you're such
Fucking
a.
win. One catch.
boom.
He's a skinking dog,
Yeah.
dude.
I don't disagree.
Do you say it with those types of words? Like stinking and.
Stinking?
Yeah, do you say
Stinking.
skanking?
Skank.
Stank.
Okay.
Stank.
Fucking stank.
Okay, a little
So
different.
strategy,
Stank, what?
strategy,
Strategy.
screets,
Streets.
scrape.
Scrape.
Any other STs that we need?
Scratch.
Scratch.
Stretch.
Yeah.
STR, it sounds like, is the
Yeah.
substitute K for T.
Yeah.
Screp throat. Just thinking of ST and thinking of ST.
I think so. Is that accurate? I don't know. I don't know it fully.
Well,
Scrap.
Trying to brainstorm.
Scrap.
What about scrimps? Popcorn scrimps?
Scrimp. Scrimp. Scrimp.
Yeah.
It's also SH.
It's cool.
All of them.
I'll tell you what, if you had strep throat, I would assume, like a doctor said I had strep throat, I think you would say.
Scrap throat.
You would, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scrap throat.
The other day he dropped strategically and I was like, damn, because there's a T in there too.
Yeah. Mhm.
So like that would have been one that
oh no.
words that start with STR full.
Oh, strafes.
You got
Straightforward.
couple scragglers.
It's greatness. Oh, strangers.
Get them out of the straight jacket.
Scrangers.
I just need you to be straightforward. Are we saying it all? Is that?
Yeah. Get my spaghetti out of the strainer.
Half of these aren't words.
Man, what type of scran do you smoking? People saying that? Are we saying that?
Scran.
Scran? Like what type
Yeah.
of scran do you smoking?
Scran.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty strange though to think about.
Yeah.
Gonna strangle you.
Whoa.
Calm down.
Man, this show is really entering the stratosphere.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's because
There
we're
we go.
always scrapped. You know what I mean?
Always scratch.
Always scrapped.
Yeah.
With all the great information. Like Darius Slay, he's back with the Eagles. We'll talk to him in about 5 minutes. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice because some of them might have been betting heavily on West Virginia, who was up 13.
Oh my God.
We're back in a bit. Take 5.
The other thing too is if Connor gives you a second serve and he's hitting that little bloop one, you've got to capitalize it. You've got to
Have
get
to.
the point.
Gotta kill that thing. That's a great turn. That's a great.
Someone called it in and someone called it out. I did not call it in. I was looking at Mitt. Mitt did.
Oh, we have a referee discussion. Mitt says he thinks it was in.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay. Connor is not happy. Not happy.
He threw his paddle.
Yes, he did.
We'll see how that ends up working out for him. You see, refs, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
Refs of all sport can make you learn. Got a little McEnroe hitch. Pac is a fast server. All right.
Yeah, see.
That's right. Oh, Connor's in his own
Connor's
head.
lost his cool. Exactly.
Oh, my God. We got multiple balls. He threw his paddle just moments ago. Punt return to win the game.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if they were trying to kick that ball out of bounds or they were saying, hey, just got to cover a kick. Let's cover a kick. We are a team that practices. We have a good punter. We got to do our thing. They're on the 32-yard line. He hits a bomb, end over end, right down the middle of the field. Not high enough, certainly far enough. A lot of field to have to defend. One cut, hit the wall, boom. Punter misses, and all of a sudden the New England Patriots, in a game that was 3-3 all the way until there was 8 seconds left in the fucking game.
Hell yeah.
Win with a punt return, and obviously that's Belichick. Belichick talking about it afterwards, knowing that this is how this game is going to be. The Jets are always a tough team. We're prepared. We're ready. They get a win. They're still in the playoffs. The Jets are almost dead now, with Zach Wilson saying after the game that he does not feel like he's let down the defense.
No.
Have you feel like you let down anybody? No. It moves on.
As an offense, though, I mean, when you guys are only able to score 3 points, the defense only lets up 3 points. I mean, do you feel like you let the defense down at all?
No.
Well, he had 2 yards of offense in the second half. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver for the Jets, rookie, said, hey, that's horseshit.
This shit's not okay. I mean, straight up, it's not okay. We had how many total yards we had?
A little over 100.
Yeah, that shit's not gonna fly. So
Bob Saleh asked about it. He says that's dog shit.
No, it's dog shit.
Zach Wilson says, no,
problem.
we'll move on. We'll gritty right through this whole thing. I feel like there's a chance that Zach's about to get packed and move on for the other team, not only because the defense probably heard that and is not happy about it, not only because Bob Saleh has openly said that the offense that he's running is dog shit, but because there's a veteran sitting in that building.
Goddamn right.
That is ready to take over those young Bucks and maybe get them on a run. But nonetheless, the Patriots get a win.
A couple weeks ago, we're talking about how the Jets were awesome. You know, they're going to go on and be a good team. They're not. They're terrible. They're 6-4, but they're terrible. Possibly the worst 6-4 team in the history of the NFL.
Jeez,
now, on the Patriots side of things, yeah, sure, we only scored 10 points, and 7 of them came with 10 seconds left in the game, but that was the game plan the entire time. Bill, no.
Get it to the fourth.
Get it to the fourth, be in the game, and then let's just make sure they punt the ball with less than a minute left, and then we'll go down and score and, walk this thing off. And that's exactly what we did.
I've sent some text messages to the Jets building to try to get a heads up on what they were trying to do. Were they trying to have him kick this out of bounds? It doesn't appear as if that was the case. I think it was hey, we need to go cover a kick. Let's go cover a kick. Let's get to overtime here as much as we can, because you can't get into field goal range, even though Folk had missed a couple already on the day. We have to be able to flip the field with how much time was left, and the Patriots having one timeout and Matt Patricia doing his thing. It's easy to say just kick it out of bounds, but if he kicks it out of bounds at the 35 or the 40, and then they have one timeout and they get in a field goal range and they lose 6-3, there's still going to be a conversation. So until I know what exactly they were thinking and why they were thinking it, that late block, and I appreciate them not calling that.
Yes, good no call. I agree, because he wasn't going to make the tackle before he scored, so I agree it was a good no call. I see that they tried to claim it was not a block in the back. I believe it was.
Yeah, certainly a block in the back, but the NFL has come out and said, oh, it's from the side or whatever, and I think the NFL has come in to say on the side, like, come on, that guy wasn't going to make the play. None of that really matters. But by the rule book, if we're going to start doing that, let's start making some more common sense calls in games in important fashion. Also, must remember, they're in field goal range there, blocking the back. They're still in field goal range.
Yes.
Nick probably still lose the game. Let me tell a tale about this little blue can. Inside there's a nectar love from here to Japan. It's a vibe, it's a time, ice cold over lime, so sublime. This shit is divine. It's the beer of choice when you wanna rejoice. Hey yo boys, what's the noise? Hey yo boys, what's the noise? Well, us and Bud Light have made it a fish. We bring the stoogery, they bring delish. Feels like a genie just granted us a wish, cause for all of us, it was love at first sip. Now be a bud, tell a bud to grab some Bud Lights. Going Drizzly Code is what? $5 off tonight. Going Drizzly Code is what? $5 off tonight. Cause if you're living life right and you're drinking Bud Light and you wake up in the morning and you fight the good fight, then you're doing A-okay, doing A-okay. Matter of fact, you're doing great no matter what they say. Now, be a bud, tell a bud to grab some Bud Lights. Going Drizzly Code is wide, $5 off tonight. $5 off tonight.
Wide.
Don't break the table, obviously.
I just break shit. Sorry, man.
Somebody came sprinting behind the barrier and tried to spear him.
I fucking dare somebody. Oh no! I dare the next ass kicking.
What?
Saudi Arabia.
What?
Riyadh.
What?
Taking a jet plane.
What?
All the way there.
What?
All the way back.
What?
On the way back.
What?
WWE champion.
What?
you see? Hell yeah! Guys destroyed our shit. Hey, I saw a ball last night, no laces. Is that normal?
Yeah, I also threw a sidewinder, a helicopter ball out to Jonesy. I don't know how he caught it. We were going in the red zone. And the ball got snapped to me, and it just said, I don't know if Josh's hand was wet or if the ball didn't get wiped off, but it got to me. I didn't have laces. I was trying to throw out in the flat, and it was like just totally slick. And I threw this absolute sidewinder helicopter out to him. And, classic Jonesy, just like, meh, easy catch, 5 yards.
It was Dobbs' first little out or whatever. And you had time from the side. You could go back to the beginning of that. From the side angle, from the full play, you had time to adjust that if you wanted to. You just apparently did not. You don't care? Is that a thing? You just don't? It's all about your grip. It doesn't matter where the ball is?
Yeah, on that play, and that's cool. I didn't actually know that. But on that play, we had a little 3-man combination to the right side we had motion. And a lot of times on that play, the back's coming across, so he's not a part of the 3-man side. But a lot of times on that play, you kind of just catch it trying to get the ball out. Christian run down sidelines. You got Joe in the flat, and Allen was snapping up at 5 yards. So you're trying to really get the ball out quickly. And Dobbers is actually number 4 in the progression on the backside. So I probably just was thinking, oh, this ball's going to the flat right away, so I'm going to catch it and get the ball out as quick as possible. And then sometimes, that doesn't happen. You come back and find a way to throw an accurate ball without the laces. But that's why, a lot of the pre-practice work that I do is all this. I never throw the ball with the laces in pre-practice. And there's plays, reps during practice and drill work that you do this stuff because you never know what's going to come up in the game, and that's a cool clip. I'm glad you guys got that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're thankful for NFL Film sending it over, and the angle is perfect because it's literally right down there. And as soon as I saw it, we were watching all the clips that we have every single morning. Foxy brings it over, and we watch through it. And I just see the laces just staring. And I remember back in the day, there was a couple quarters Nate Davis, I think, of Ball State. Whenever he was making a transition in the NFL, it was literally the only conversation. This guy doesn't throw with the laces. This guy doesn't throw with the laces. And then I see the best thrower of a football of all time having time, not using laces, and I'm like, how come that's I'd never known that about you. So you're telling me you no look and no lace?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I just found that out. I didn't know you could throw the ball pretty good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show on this Austin 316 Thursday.
What?
Today's show is sponsored by the best ticket app on planet Earth and
the Moon!
SeatGeek. To help us get us all through the off season, they gave us an exclusive link for 10% off any tickets.
10%?
10%.
Really?
Wow.
I don't know if it was $10 or 10%. 10%?
10% any tickets.
Oh.
And this works for the NBA,
What?
NHL,
What?
March Madness,
What?
and concerts. If you're going to see Blake Shelton and you want to get your freaking mind blown and your life changed,
Yeah.
you can go to SeatGeek and get 10% off those.
And we would recommend both those things.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Especially-
Hell right. Sorry.
Hell right. Hell right.
Hell right.
Hell right.
Hell right.
No code. Just click the link in the description. The 10% off code will be auto-applied to your account. Doesn't matter if you've purchased on SeatGeek before. SeatGeek.
Shout out to SeatGeek, because if you're going to raise hell, well, you better damn raise hell right. And they've been doing that in the ticketing world, haven't they, for a long time?
Since day one.
You don't know this, but the ticketing world, it's kind of come up in conversation for a couple lawsuits that have made its way all the way to federal court.
Mm-hmm.
The ticketing world is normally very huge. Companies have controlled this for a long time because they own a lot of the venues. So those third-party ticket vendors, kind of come and go normally. See ya, how you doing? See ya, how you doing? SeatGeek was able to survive through a multiple-year world event stoppage because of how good their business is and because of how good they are as a ticketing platform. They have a little green dot that says, hey, good ticket.
Yeah, this is good.
This is good.
Think about buying it.
They have a red dot that says, hey, you're getting fucked here, but this is a ticket that is available. So it's that type of honesty, I think, that has had SeatGeek survive, and they've been with us literally since day one of my retirement. So I love them down there. Put on ticker.
Put on ticker.
Thought they were dead during COVID.
Oh, there's a massive chance.
Hard not to be.
Longest partner, SeatGeek, they're done. They ain't going to survive.
Nope.
They did.
Sure did.
They're thriving.
Survive.
Congratulations, SeatGeek.
Can't kill SeatGeek.
And shout to SeatGeek. Darius Slay, travel
things. It was supposed to be landed and to the place he was going to by the time. I think we're going to have to push him till tomorrow.
Okay. Darius Slay Friday has a good ring to it.
Oh, Slay Day.
Slay Day.
Slay Day. Hopefully that'll take place. We can't thank everybody enough for watching today, this week. We appreciate everything. Greeny stopping by today, doing an entire monologue about what his life is going to be like now with Aaron Rodgers, and us having to hear Ty Schmidt's life, realizing that his life is without Aaron Rodgers, probably in the very near future. Big shout out to the man who's been here for the last 3 days. Pac-Man, we appreciate it. Thanks for traveling over here.
I like those shoes.
You should see the shoes. They got two.
Nice.
They got two
tongues,
two laces. Obviously.
Excuse me, 2 tongues?
Two tongues.
That's what they call them.
Two tongues.
2 tongues.
Is there one behind it?
Yeah, white and the black. Those are 2 different tongues.
Those are sweet.
Look like
I
hockey
like
skates.
Unreal.
They do.
Man. Oh, okay. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. That's awesome.
Sorry about it.
Back in the day, soccer shoes, you used to fold down the tongue. You know what I mean? Have them flop them around a little bit, make the shoes look cool.
Yeah.
You could do that, still have a tongue. We could flop that thing and still have a
That'd be
fucking tongue.
sweet.
We're doing both.
You ever wear Sambas? Anyone wear Sambas anymore?
Samba 7?
Gumpy's loves the Sambas.
Low top Sambas? Yeah, he does.
I think I know the name. I don't think I understand.
Never heard of that.
I don't think I remember.
Low top, like three stripes.
Oh, they're the original.
Like Adidas?
They're the original.
Yeah, you know what they
indoor
soccer shoes.
Sambas?
Yeah, the original.
Umbro.
I had them for sure.
Certainly.
I thought you had a.
Oh, the Adidas Sambas. Yeah, I know what those were. Yeah. Those were the original flop tongue shoe.
Yep.
I thought those.
It was like one of the hardest pair right there.
Yeah.
Anyone who played indoor soccer.
Those look like Gump size too.
That was the original.
Come on.
Well,
What are you saying?
Louise, Nicky.
He's got quick feet.
He's got baby feet. Gump does. That is a part of the build of Gump. That is not Gump's fault, but certainly a reality. He's able to get a lot more shoes than we are, though.
True.
Like, for instance, I saw Bula was able to get every pair of shoes because he was a 7C. Those shoes are available. You know what I mean? A lot of them. And Bula is, of all the humans on Earth, he deserves to have all of them. Gumpy has the same thing. Those were legit soccer shoes that just the whole world was like, oh, those are sick.
Yeah, I'll take a pair.
Right there.
They're very nice.
I mean, Gumpy is, white knuckling right now. You got to be fucking kidding me. They're talking about my shoe size right now on March Madness Day.
How?
The fuck?
It's madness.
Can we call Gumpy real quick, please? Because he had a lock today that Diggs did not agree with.
No, he didn't.
Arkansas? Well, I didn't want to Barry the lead here.
Oh,
but-
sorry.
No, it's all right. We'll fuck Gumpy. We won't let Gumpy say it.
My bad.
No, I mean,
That's
from
on me.
Canada, with love, the Pile of Powells, who has an incredible shoe selection.
I'm not on the other side of it. I was surprised that was the one.
Arkansas is taking on Illinois, I do believe. And that game takes place at
Tomorrow.
today, I think.
It's tonight.
It is today.
Cool.
It's 4:30 on TBS.
Joining us now is a man who said, I like Arkansas. Woo pig suey. Sue me. Don't actually, though. Ladies and gentlemen, Bubba Gumpy.
Hey, Gumpy!
Gumpy, ever wear those sambas while slicing and dicing kids up there in Canada in a little indoor, maybe basher board, maybe a little futsal, pal?
Unfortunately, I left those in Indianapolis thinking I'd be back in about a month.
But we knew that was a bit of a problem there.
Yeah.
Let's get straight to the point here, pal. You thought that Arkansas was the lock of the day. Do you still believe that after the madness we saw with Furman? With the steal, the pass, the three, the drain, the madness. The madness has already begun.
Yes, sir. Arkansas is the one. I love Arkansas.
How come?
Muscle Men will have the boys buzzing.
They can put the ball in the basket, you're saying.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about Furman? Reese Davis gave that one to us.
The lock.
I mean, don't throw the ball away. Jesus, Virginia, what are we doing? That's the third year in a row Virginia's bounced first round.
Pal, it feels like you were probably on Virginia there, eh?
No.
Had him in a couple money line parlays, that's for sure. With San Diego State. I mean, we need the Mountain West to win one this year. Come on, lads.
Come on, lads.
Come on, lads.
Connor had a question for you, Gump.
Yeah, Gump, right now, if you were to just look at the March Madness tournament, who would you give the golden boot to in this situation? Player of the year, whatever trophy it's called.
Golden boot.
Hell yeah.
World Cup, World Cup, they give it to the best player.
On the pitch.
Yeah, who's getting the boot this year for the March Madness?
I mean, you'd have to say the guy from Alabama.
What's his name?
Of course.
No.
Brandon Miller.
There you go.
Bro, I did not know best in the country, that guy.
Dude, he is so good, man.
What a predicament.
I don't know. I don't like Houston's ranked one. I don't think Houston gets there. They just lost to Memphis. Look at Memphis is 1.5 point favorite against Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic after knocking off Houston in the final of their conference tournament.
What's that all about? Everything's fishy.
The Penny's got the boys going.
No answer. He's
Come on, Goomp.
Locked in. Locked in.
Yeah.
Hey, Goomp, what about the Duke Blue Devils? You think they can make a good run?
Here we go.
Yeah, plus 3,000 there with a sprinkle to win it all. They are in tough against your boys, Bob Roberts.
Let's go.
Very tough first round match.
Bob Roberts has a 7'5" lad out there.
Oh. How is Edie? Edie's just going to take over this whole tournament? 7'4" actual? Is that real?
I like Purdue. The only issue is they cannot stop a full court press. They lose their minds. It's a fucking problem, dude.
Why don't they have the big guy staying in the middle of the court? Give him the ball. He's up here. You're not playing a different
Penn State was down like 15 points, and then they came back and almost won it in the final of the Big Ten. I mean,
3 minutes.
It's not anarchy. It's just college basketball.
Hell yeah, John.
Well said.
We appreciate you, Gumpy. You're the best, pal.
Cheers, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, one half of the Hammer Cowboys Bubblegum Beer.
Yeah, go big.
All right, before we get out of here, we obviously have to do some sort of giveaway attempt at least. Adam Pac-Man Jones was defeated by the putting green yesterday. No,
Yeah.
no, you made him
make it. No, it wasn't defeated.
No, you threw the football. Threw the football yesterday and won. So we can't do the football one again because you did utilize the rap sheet method, which is overthrow, bounce back. You missed a couple putts. You still have the basketball shot available. What are you thinking for today's contest for a giveaway, Adam Pac-Man Jones?
I'm going back with the putt.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Really? You know, they say that you got to stare down your worst enemy to learn the most about yourself.
That's right.
Okay.
And this putting green has certainly got the best of Adam Pac-Man Jones. Hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Fortunately.
Adam knows this green a little bit differently, though, now. He's been on here before. He's missed a few putts the same exact way. He knows the putter a little bit better because it's numerous days in a row. AJ, anything to say to Pac-Man before we get started here?
No, he doesn't need any motivation. He knows he'll probably drain the first two and get out of here.
How many? You want to make 2 out of 5? How many winners?
2, cool.
How many winners?
2 out of 5.
All right.
2 winners.
Two winners. 2 winners.
Two winners.
We'll go 15 winners.
Whoa.
$500.
Okay.
Adam Pac-Man goes 2 of 5.
Man.
Yep.
Rim
You got
job.
robbed.
Damn.
Early. West Virginia had a tough loss earlier in the day.
Yep.
It weighed upon us all.
Yeah.
Yes.
You think the weight of that maybe pushed that putt just a slight bit left.
Massive chance.
Second attempt, center cup.
Bang.
Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Smell me. Pac-Man.
Mental
Dropped it in the
toughness.
cup.
Excellent pay.
Come on. Really good
Excellent
stroke.
pay.
He's figured this thing out. All he needs to do is go 1 of 3 here, and 15 people will win $500. 2 tongues on both of his shoes.
Here we go.
I've never seen that happen on the screen.
2 lips. 2 lips.
4 tongues.
2 tongues.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost a setup.
You was talking to my backswing just there.
All right, we will be quiet. Obviously, golf etiquette is in play here for 15 winners of $500.
Come on.
Oh, come on, back.
It's a big hole.
Oh,
Did he get it
boy.
there?
There it is.
Oh, no.
Man.
Adam Pac-Man Jones is going to have to go 1 of 1 here for 15 people to win $500.
Come on, Pac-Man.
Come on back.
He knows the green.
He does.
Trust it.
Brandon Miller's a freshman.
Yes.
Ricochet.
Wow. 3 rim job.
God.
Holy shit.
Burning edges out.
How's that real?
That's tough. That's the West Virginia loss.
You're right.
It is, actually.
Just a little bit off. Not your fault.
It's March. You should let him shoot the hoops.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, March Madness.
That would make
March
sense.
Madness.
Shoot a.
March Madness. I think we got to do a basketball shot.
Yes.
Have to.
From stage this time, though.
Whoa.
From the stage?
You think you can?
Yeah, shoot it from the stage.
Okay.
I will say I have seen him make this shot before.
He has.
This is a tough shot, though. So I think 15 people still win 500.
Okay.
If Adam Pac-Man Jones. We won't worry about that.
You got a couple balls.
I feel like you got 3 if you really need it, but let's go ahead and knock it out on this first one.
Watch
Oh, too strong.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a good start.
And your ankle.
Yeah, we need to knock.
Staging.
And there's a stairs.
Staging the distance.
Watch out to-
All Pac-Man's got to do is make. All right, now we're up to the last
But
one.
if
Before-
that,
whoa,
that
let's
hits the class, it's in.
Let's not just, you are on the right track right there.
Yeah.
AJ, anything to say to Pac-Man as we try to win 15 people $500 here from the stage?
No, trust his instincts. He knows this is going in.
Hell yeah, it's going in.
Come on,
15
Pat.
people win $500 because Pac-Man
Ooh,
Jones
got it.
Oh!
Not
Ain't
entered.
close.
Lost all the way around today.
Throw one of those footballs in.
Bill, are you going to rebound any of this?
did the football yesterday. Bill could have given him a bonus
Bill,
ball.
throw him a fucking ball.
Don't be
Bill.
bossing Bill around.
Nobody said anything.
Hey,
to
great.
Bill.
Bill's a nice guy.
Bill is a nice guy.
Nobody,
Yes, he is.
nobody
Very
said
nice.
Pac-Man, as are you. Good effort. Great job this week.
That boy Pac-Man.
All right, we had a massive show yesterday. Today we followed up with, same old shit. Excited to be back tomorrow for a Feel Good Friday. This is going to be a good one.
Good Friday.
Big one.
Maybe a sleigh day.
Yeah, feels good.
Maybe.
Late Friday.
That could be a fantastic time. If not, we'll send you into the weekend on proper form because March Madness will be right in the middle. There'll be more NFL stories to cover, and that man right there will know things that nobody else will and continue not to tell us. Anything to say to the people as we sign off here, AJ?
I'm just seeing the beginning of this Alabama, Texas A&M CC. Who is that?
Corpus Christi.
Have some respect.
Wake up.
Alabama looks like they may have superior athletes on this court. They're up 5-0. They jumped out to a 5-0 lead quick when I looked up. Yeah.
West Virginia did the same thing. That doesn't mean anything in March, but I think with that team, it certainly means a little bit more. We appreciate you all so much. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Goodbye.